Hey! This is Jesse the Body Ventura. Times have been tough, no doubt about it. Tough on all of us. But you know what? So be it. The Workers Club. I love the name.
It's the Workers Club, and I don't have my book. I just got it today, and I've only read a few pages. But we're doing Hulk Hogan. Hollywood Hulk Hogan by
2002, right?
Yes. And but since I didn't get my book and I didn't get to read, we got to do one of those classics, breather. Let's just kind of hang out and sink, put our toe in, kind of like sit into the hot tub of Hulk Hogan. Should we do this now? Gus picked this book. What are our previous, current, where we stand on Hulk Hogan? What's going on? What's our lived experience with Hulk Hogan? Gus, you picked the book. Go.
Lived experience with Hulk Hogan. I mean, he was my first wrestling memory. First vivid scene I can remember, at least. He's been around, obviously, in the news lately. I just thought it'd be interesting to read what's, kind of has the reputation of being a book of bullshit and being, even further away from it now. Let's dive in. It's a meaty subject. We got to get to it. So
I like it. Larry, were you a Hulk Hogan fan growing up?
I started watching in the summer of '92. Hogan had just left.
See, that's the funny thing, though. I was not a Hogan fan either.
Yeah.
I was like, this is goofy. He's a goofy, and I didn't really get into it until probably around Brett starting to get his run right after Hogan left. That King of the Ring or shortly thereafter.
Okay. Yeah. But I was getting tapes already. I had WrestleMania 3. I knew he was important, so I knew who Hogan was. When he came back, I was pumped. I watched WrestleMania 9. That was like the first swerve I had ever seen. I was ecstatic that Hogan beat Yokozuna in 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. Then he gets destroyed. I don't think about him, and I think by the time I had unlapsed, I was a smark now. So even in '98, I hated Hogan and was done with him.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of in the same wheelhouse as the two of you. Where like Gus, I was more of a Bret, Roddy Piper. I'm of those guys. I'm not really into Hogan. I understand, like you said, Larry, that he's important, that he is the world champion. I understand. I mean, I got it, but I was never looking forward to his match. I want the Shawn Michaels match. I want the smaller guys. Unlike anybody else that now currently wrestles. I want to see me up on the TV.
Yeah, it turns out that sucks.
And then as for then the WCW. I mean, by the time he's in WCW, where I'm like, I am of Russo's mind. I'm like, he's old. He's been around forever. He's old. And now, I mean, it's just gotten sadder and sadder, right? So Gus, you said you were a super fan now. You've slowly come back around on him.
Yeah, no, that's definitely. And I think actually at the end of this series, I think we should go down to Tampa and
fucking hell. Isn't it sad of me that I was down there and I was like, there's no way he's going to fucking be there. And then he was. And then because he's there all the time, I had more... I respectfully was like, well, he's never actually at his karaoke bar. And then the video came, it was like, I'm here tonight as I am every night. Just sitting on his raised platform, watching the karaoke,
I think that's how we end this series. We make the pilgrimage.
If I can get a Frontier flight down there, I'll do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Or we could do this, Gus. You drive to me, you pick me up. We
I
drive
am not
to Larry.
driving to
No,
Florida.
no, 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 no. We drive. We pick up Larry, and then we drive down from there, and then this is like a month-long trip. We go down there. We eat there every day for a week, and then we drive back. We drop off Larry, then we drop me, and then Gus drive back. What do you think?
No.
Okay.
I don't have that.
I wanted to hijack the whole show to talk about AEW because usually we kind of come around to it when we do the we're talking and we'll talk about modern wrestling
Don't
a
make
little
this
bit.
a thing.
I know. I was going to record a little Smilson thing, and then I was like, I'll just fucking do it. It was like I was listening. Larry is watching AEW now because it's on Max, so he's like more up. He's watched more than I have. Gus, are you still watching it?
Did I watch? What was
Maximum Carnage? Did you watch it?
Maybe. That's how, like, unremarkable everything is right now. I know I missed Collision because there was Real Sports on.
Well,
I couldn't tell you what happened on Maximum Carnage because it was so inconsequential. I think I was there though.
I was listening to people recap it, and it's like heel wins, heel beat down, or heel distract, heel beat down, and I'm thinking, like, Hangman Page used to be kind of a cool baby face. Mox used to be kind of a cool baby face.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Omega versus Cage. That was, yeah.
Omega, and I'm thinking then beat down. All right, beat down. And I was like flashing back to WWE when everybody hated it, and it was all about like, doesn't this piss you off? It was always about they couldn't, and people were going, they can't book a babyface to save their life, so everything's about heel heat. Everything's about just like pummel, and I'm going, and there's no good baby faces. I'm going, this is exactly the problem. Like, they are so in that right now. AEW is currently in that they can't book baby faces. It's all heels just beating the shit out of dumb baby faces. I mean, like I said, Larry, you've been watching it. I'm just listening to the recap going, this is so, and then they're talking about the people on the show. Bobby Lashley, Samoa Joe comes back, Christian, and I'm going, oh no, Tony loved TNA during this specific time. Why are we doing this? It's 2025. I didn't watch TNA then, and I definitely don't want to watch it 25 years later, 20 years later. What do we do?
What else I've done is I've watched a lot of the early shows.
Mm-hmm.
And, you'd think the early shows would have more outsiders getting people over, but it's gone the other way. They're outside of Kenny and Moxley.
Yeah. It was working then because it was their own little roster that they had to build from the ground up. And then slowly these interlopers have come through, and Tony's like, okay, yeah, we'll push you. Your name, you'll push you. And then they sit out. They rack up wins on their homegrown. Then they sit out or leave. Or it's even Bobby Lashley, where it's like, yeah, I'm sure he's fine. He's not a mirror. He's not going to sit out. I'm sure it's okay. He worked in TNA. He knows the deal. But still, it's just like,
and then you've got this parallel thread of like, oh, hey, Private Party, I've been paying you for 5 years. Maybe I should really try and but in this like inauthentic way where it's like, no one wanted this, and it's just, you can tell in the crowds now. It's just like, oh, we're supposed to cheer them. Okay.
There's no.
The sustained pushes thing is what kills me. You should have a core of like 5 guys on each side you really want to see, and you're going to see them on every fucking show.
Correct.
That was,
man should be out there talking shit every week,
and
Swerve should be out there.
That's been a complaint for its entire run of, you go to a show and you don't know who's going to be on the show unless they've been advertised like the week of, but you're not entirely sure. You're like, maybe I'll see Mox. Fuck, I don't know. Maybe it'll come.
Oh, is Ishii on excursion?
Like you don't know what's like. You don't have that core, and on top of the not having the core, people that were like, well, he'll be slotted up eventually. They don't. The gas pedal comes off. The brakes are
the guy
hit.
should have just pushed him out the fucking gate. It's like he putzed around for a year, and now he's just kind of split in time. What are we doing?
No, what happens
What did he
is
sign Ibushi for? Where the fuck is Ibushi? I know he's
fighting with the Yakuza.
Last I saw, he was like wrestling with this giant like open wound, and everyone was like, "Did you guys see that?" I think that was like around.
No.
It was a couple months ago. It was it was nasty. Like it was infected.
No, now even the rosters, everyone's fully aware of Tony's booking proclivities, which is you put them on TV to get them on TV, lose. You then strap a rocket to them where they're just winning. Then they win a title. Then you take your foot off the gas and then shuffle them. They're not on TV anymore. They're barely like Daniel Garcia. What's going on with that guy? What is the deal with that guy? I'm not even watching it. I know nobody's talking about him. Nobody cares. He's got a title.
And that's why the Punk stuff was the most effective, because he was on every single week advancing his angle. And everyone should be doing that for their own angle. I also think, and I'm just old school, everyone's got to be going for the title.
Correct. Like, what it's so like,
and it used to be like that.
Continental Championship. What does that mean? Who gives a shit?
It used to be like that with the rankings, but then so many people complained.
But you know,
but that kept him honest.
Yeah, why is Will Ospreay just like ho-humming? Like
that kept them
thirsty for the title. Like it's
the rankings made Tony focused, where he was like, "These are my guys. They need to be. This is the. So these people need to be on TV because they're winning. It allowed, but now it's just who cares? What does it matter?
Like Christian doesn't feel like a real wrestler to me. He's just kind of a special.
You guys aren't excited about Edge, Christian in 2025?
Cone. That's what my wife called him. Cone. Is that his name?
You guys aren't excited about a Samoa Joe Christian feud in 2025?
I'm fine if Samoa Joe's there every week murdering motherfuckers. I'm not fine with him just like disappearing for 3 months with some weird Jericho thing, and then we're just not picking that back up. Like, but it was stupid to begin with. But you do that all the goddamn time.
Here's the
thought. Many old guys, you could be getting other guys over.
It's
and that's what kills me with the Mox thing is who is getting the shine off this? Who's getting over off of it?
What if Brian Cage manhandled Samoa Joe and
it was supposed to be Darby getting the shine off the Mox thing, but then he's doing the Everest thing now apparently again, which is like no one in the company goes, "Can you do this after your run in wrestling? Does it have to be right now? We're in the middle of something." Like no, there doesn't seem to be somebody going, "Come on, what are we doing?"
But really, like Jay White, you've neutered. You've fucking Hangman's not getting OC. You've already burned everybody in this goddamn feud already.
I mean, yes, we're all
Maybe Juice will be the one to save, and they'll redeem themselves. In my
you know what? It's gonna be Double J, and that's fine.
That's another TNA thing where I was like, "Oh, Double J is getting 15 minutes." Yeah, Double J gets to go on the back end.
I was just listening to Cornette break down that segment, and you couldn't believe it.
It's not fun for MJF and Double J to, again, I'm going off a recap, look at each other and go, "You're dating a whore." Cool. Anyways, I said
Why do we let ourselves get worked up? You know why, though? It's because I don't want to get myself worked up in the real world stuff. So it's like,
well,
this is my weird sort of like projection rage, I think.
you want to hear me complain about CM Punk? You want to go to the other company?
I don't
Company
even
man.
know what
Punk?
that Hogan thing was all about.
He's cutting. He wants to be in the Rumble and he wants to win it. And he said, even throw Hulk Hogan out there. I'll throw his dust. I'll kill his dusty ass and throw him out, right? Because Hogan got booed, so he's going to capitalize on. That's the annoying part.
Yeah, that's a brave take there, Phil.
The
Thank
concept
you for
like
courage.
look.
Do you think CM Punk still supports trans wrestlers? Do you think
No, he hasn't
Paul
he hasn't
is fine
worn
with
a
that?
he hasn't worn a shirt in a while. He was only doing that when he was in AEW.
Yeah, why wouldn't he do that?
Hmm.
Why does he still support them? What's going on?
It seems performative. It always
course.
seems performative with him. And then you read the comments to that video, and it's like, oh, did you see how he paused there? He wanted to call Hogan a racist so bad. And it's like, well, the Punk in him stopped, I guess, and just didn't. Oh, there you go.
It's a work.
But is it?
Well, yeah, he was using Hulk Hogan's moveset on Collision for months.
Well,
Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, here's my other thing with him, where he'd be like, when Punk goes, oh, God, people like me, constantly aggrieved and annoyed by Punk. He's like, I got you. That's the Young Bucks defense. I'm sorry. That's what the Young Bucks fans and themselves are. That's the point. You're annoyed by us, aren't you? I have a bigger bugaboo because I'm a big Hangman guy. And Hangman made an innocuous tweet that said, "I hope someday they give my moveset to somebody cool," referencing Logan Paul being a douchebag, and he does the Hangman moves. Da 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 da. That was the blue sky or tweet or whatever. I hope one day they give my moveset to somebody cool. And then CM Punk on one of the after shows or something with Pete Rosenberg and his gal pal.
Okay, who gives a fuck? Right, as soon as you said Pete Rosenberg.
Pete Rosenberg said, and he's got such a cool moveset. And CM Punk said, don't say that. If anybody says moveset, I got a big problem. They're a big nerd.
He's right.
I agree
And then
with him on that.
well, hold on. And he goes, and Rosenberg's looking at him. He goes, I'm sorry. Rosenberg, of course, is capitulate. I'm sorry. You're right. He goes, especially if they're a wrestler, then I know you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So then, of course, this person, Promo Joe, put together Kevin Owens saying, I've got the best moveset in the business. You got Jim Ross during the CM Punk Steve Austin sit down. Now, your moveset is countered. He's trying to talk like it's sports. It's just Punk being, it's like, let it go, man. The guy called you out.
Is really the thing. Like, he shouldn't exist. That's
why of Hangman, of all people. I'm sure this is how Cole Cabana feel. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Like, what is the issue? Because he called him out on live TV. It's over. You're making the money. Larry muted himself to think. What? He doesn't want to drop any slurs.
No.
You done?
Am I wrong, Gus? Punk, like, what's the like?
All right.
Why is he so aggrieved in the landscape that wrestling is now? Who is this for? Other than me to be like, I catch a clip and I'm like,
listen, he's got his audience and he's got his act, and it appeals to those people. I bought it for a long time.
I missed his entire career. So I come into it, I'm like, okay, he's the guy, he's the pipe bomb guy. Okay. And then it's just this whole thing that and I'm going, what the fuck? I can't even imagine how people,
You weren't trading his 3-way with Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio Jr. in 2002?
no, I wasn't
I
aware.
was.
I wasn't aware. I have I don't have any background on him other than what I retroactively watched. Where it's like, okay, so he's like an indie darling. Okay. And then I did like his podcast that he did. I enjoyed that because I don't like the company. And I was like, here, I agree. And then I went, man, he's so happy in AEW. Look at that. He's got everything he's ever wanted. Except he didn't have one thing, Larry.
You're a mark for thinking that.
No, he didn't have one thing. The young guys that were in their 30s were not walking up and going, should I slow down? What did you think of my match in the main event of the pay-per-view? What did you... He didn't have that, and that was pissing him off. Do you want to do the Hogan reviews now, or do you want to just get into it and we'll do the reviews next week?
Let's just get into it. I don't know how long these clips are going to take.
Okay.
Blow right through them. In which case, I did want the fallback. If we blow through these and we got nothing to say, we're watching Donahue.
Oh, which one?
The wrestling one.
Just a random ass one?
No, the one with Meltzer.
Yeah. I mean, I think we should do that anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
Now,
we did watch Cribs, didn't we? Like last year?
I think something like that. We got the run-in, the regular run-in. Hello. Keep talking. Yeah, you guys, we watched Cribs.
Okay.
Oh,
I just wanted to make sure. I thought we had.
I think we did. They can't see you, honey. You're too short still.
All right. The number 2 on my list is Hogan on the Stern Show, March 3rd, 06.
Hi, Dad.
Hello.
I have something to tell you.
Yeah.
When I pick up my jammies, Mom said to never bother you when you're recording.
Right.
Never be bothered.
That's good advice.
And yet. So
She doesn't know that I'm just saying goodnight.
Oh, okay.
She thinks I always say goodnight, and she wants you to...
I hear her now going, oh, I got mark it down. 6:53. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay, got it.
Oh, did you just run into the door? The wall? Okay, you good? Okay. Love you. Okay.
You know, the time it is where you are has no bearing on the file.
Yeah, that's nice. That's classic Wilson thinking, hey, I'll give you my time. That'll work. Well, it's 7:53 where you are, right? So
you just do the minute mark, 53, right?
22 minutes and 40 seconds is what you would tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, yeah, that's true.
I fixed it.
Yeah, the actual local time actually is so not helpful.
All right, we got 3 appearances on Stern, and I got them in chronological order. This one's not.
The porno?
Did you want to do the reviews?
We'll do that at the end.
Oh, you want to do the reviews at the end of the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get through at least a few of these. A few of these are fucking gold. Especially.
So we got Hulk Hogan, 2006, and family.
Yes.
That's Brooke. And the whole family, Nick and Linda, on the Howard Stern show. Okay.
Yeah. Hogan Knows Best. They're promoting. That's all we know.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Had to censor it, remember?
Can't they put a little...
Brad Abrams told us they had to censor it.
Oh my God, the footage already went to New York?
Yeah, and they had to censor it.
Oh my God.
You were grabbing your husband's package on camera.
Oh, I didn't know it. Well,
Wow.
You see, you forget the cameras are there. That's why it's in their favor, not ours.
Yeah, they do that on purpose.
I
The
gotta
kids
tell you,
have to
you seem
sit there
a very
during this.
sexual woman to me,
Thank you.
and I like it.
Nick looks
He
thrilled
likes
to have
it.
to.
I like it.
keeps
Never
him
mind what he likes.
where he needs to stay.
Would you guys ever do anything wild? Bring another girl into the bedroom or anything? I mean, I don't like to bring that up in front of the kids.
No,
you
we
would never do
wouldn't.
it.
I
You would
mean,
never share your
I'm
man.
sure he would probably love it, but we have certain ethics. I mean, we just don't go there.
Oh, please.
Hulk, let me broker this. Let me
Sweet
play your
up,
cards right,
baby.
sit quiet a minute, I'll broker this for you. He's embarrassed
Dude,
to say.
my kids are in the room, brother.
Kids, you got to leave. No,
Dad,
I'm just
just
kidding.
let him know.
Yeah.
Nick
I was gonna broker something.
immediately
No,
moves
We're
them.
not into that.
All right, okay. Sure you're not.
The whole time that he's been Hulk Hogan, he's always been appealing to kids, and a lot of what our livelihood is
Wholesome.
based on his image.
Wholesome image.
And so even
It's
if
like
on a
before the
personal
word
level it was something
brand.
that we might want to do, business level, we can't do that. We don't want to.
Well, we're not going to do it in the
But I
middle
mean,
of the
it's
rain.
Yeah.
Can you go to a
I mean-
strip club, or would that be bad for your business?
No, we've done that.
You can go.
Yeah.
Won't ruin the image.
I don't know. We're grown ups.
Well, I mean, they don't advertise
The
it.
two of you go together?
Yeah.
Kids, did you know that?
Yeah,
You did know
they
that.
go out. Yeah.
Wow. You guys get lap dances?
He buys them for me sometimes. I buy
Really?
him some.
No, that's hot.
It's a little weird.
There's nothing strange about that.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. I don't have any problem with that. All right, let's go to a couple of questions.
Okay. And then he makes a real whopper of a story coming up here. 4837. They're talking about I don't know. Hogan. Don Vito from BAM touched Brooke
Mhm.
and Hogan beat him up.
The
So this
hell?
is in reply to that.
Hand and spun his head towards him. I have never seen a guy move so fast. Hulkster,
My dad, when
like
that switch
Lord,
turns, he's like
next thing I know,
killing
this little
machine.
guy's laid out on the floor. His little
Wow. You've been in real
all
fights.
over the place.
You've been in
Yeah.
real fights.
My dad's thumb was halfway down his eye
Yeah.
socket.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Nick's got the gene.
Lawsuits and stuff. You could still kind of.
Nick's
Yeah,
ready.
Beat up
Have you,
people, yeah.
have you ever gotten to kill a guy in your real life?
Oh god.
What do you mean?
I mean,
What is
have
he,
you ever
Scott
taken him with your
Hall?
fists and beat a man to death?
No, never. I did hit a guy.
Have you ever taken your fist and beat a man to death? No.
You use that hand to
Scott
jerk off.
Hall.
Only like
Really
there's a
about
handful of
Scott.
wrestlers that have killed an innocent
Yeah.
person.
I don't know if the guy was innocent with Scott though. That was part of the.
I mean,
They're
he had a gun
fighting
on him,
over a
right?
gun.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then it gets
According
hazy.
according to Scott, we don't know, and no one knows except no one knows. He's dead.
Dead man tell no tales.
Because we had a problem in the ring that he didn't.
Oh,
get out
sorry,
of
we
Beat
missed
Have
a
you,
part.
have you ever gotten to kill a guy in your real life?
What do you mean?
I mean, have you ever taken him with your fist?
What do
and
you
beat him to
mean?
death?
No, never. I did hit a guy so hard in Japan because we had a problem in the ring that he didn't get out of the hospital for a couple of weeks. He went in like a coma, and then they took my passport away, wouldn't let me leave the country.
What?
Had death threats, and it was
How-
weird.
if you don't mind me asking, how'd your brother die? I mean,
I hit a guy in
What a
Japan.
follow-up.
They took my passport away.
Follow up. Did you beat your brother to death? How'd your brother die?
Baba, we
I
got my
hit a guy so
passport.
hard in Japan he went into a coma for 2 weeks.
He knocked Jimbo Saruda out
Fucking-
with an axie boomba.
Fucking, yeah, those fucking meat hooks. Fucking Hogan.
Jimbo didn't want to do the
Ooh.
honors that night.
I'm not ready. Like the way the book already reads, I'm just like,
Jumbo.
All right.
if it screws
This
up, guys, stop me. Okay?
is 7 months later. The family
he's wearing the
is-
same shirt.
Well, I guess take it up with Ralph. Oh wait, he's
Howard.
dead. I
Howard.
know.
Change your shirt.
What happens in this one? Howard talks to Paul Wall. Artie racist. Brooks virginity. Okay, that is what my notes are. 34 minutes. So Brooke is in to promote that shitty single she had at the time,
Yeah.
where Paul Wall.
Did you guys see the
I think Howard-
Ron Perlman documentary?
The what documentary?
The documentary on that Perlman music guy that was on Netflix.
Oh, I don't think I have. Is it good?
It's interesting. There's,
I mean,
a
I know the shit he was into.
yeah, but Brooke was part of that, so
I forgot about that. Okay.
yeah.
I loved him in Hellboy. Oh wait, that's Ron Perlman. Never mind.
Okay.
I think you might have called him Ron Perlman. Is it Lou? Eddie?
Well,
I
I
don't
was
know.
doing it for a while,
Perlman.
and then when she got signed by Sobe Entertainment and Scott Storch Music,
Sobe?
they, thank God, started picking up the tab.
Yeah,
because it was crazy, man.
That's insanely expensive.
I actually went back to wrestling because I started getting worried about the bread.
Really? It's that expensive. And you're saying you've invested $3 million in this career.
What do you think, Mom?
Yeah, it's probably close to that because, I mean, just with producers and the studio time is crazy. And
They're both shaking her
it's a huge learning curve, yeah.
Hey, well, let me get his mic on. Hold
Now I
on.
want to talk to Paul. Do you also sell those grills that you could cook on too, or just the grill?
No, we're hooking him up. We're
working on it.
Yeah, we got it on the way.
You got to do that, yeah.
Yeah.
And Paul, you're a white guy, right?
You're a white guy, right?
You're still trying to be black, though, man. You dress like a brother. You
Oh,
the whole rap
man.
thing, you grill, you talk like a black guy. It's unbelievable. Now, you got some beautiful black background dancers. Any of you girls interested in Paul because he acts like a black man, or does that turn you off? Is that something that you're interested in?
He's married. He's
Oh, is he married?
Yeah.
Got 10-month-old babies.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Got some fine sisters over there.
And one non-sister.
A non-sister, too. like that.
She looks Italian, though.
Look, Katie,
I made love to a black woman once. It was excellent.
Must have been great.
Oh, that girl. Rewind it later. Can you bump it down there?
I go all
That
ways.
girl is like good for you. She looks so spiteful. He does not like this.
Oh, you missed Artie's racist joke.
Well, remind her back to the gal. Remind her back to the girl. She goes.
No,
"Good
you're
for
right.
you."
She didn't look too pleased.
She's not. She's not happy with it.
Babies.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
Got some fine sisters over there.
And one non-sister.
I
A
insisted.
non-sister, too. like that.
She looks Italian, though.
Is it that pisses her off?
Gary's got such a read on
Yeah,
her
saying-
already.
but she looks Italian though. Is that what pisses her off?
It's such a gross. You know what I mean?
I hear.
I don't know.
It's got layers.
She darts her eyes towards him when she goes. He looks Italian though.
I made love to a black woman once.
There,
It was excellent.
there it is. Good for you.
I know. I believe me. I go all ways, ladies.
I got oral from a black girl once.
Wow.
That's $50 I ever spent.
I went out with a girl I didn't have to pay. Sort of. Brooke, when they showed you those pictures of drug addicts, were any of them Marty?
Actually, you do look a
Wait.
little bit familiar. You're the dude with the rotten foot.
Okay,
I thought
so that's
Hogan's
off of that
mustache
one.
was falling off for a minute, but it was just his microphone.
Okay, this next one. Okay, this next one's a great clip. This is going to be post tape 2012. All right.
Okay. Okay.
First time he's on post the tape coming out.
Okay.
Yes.
By the way, I love talking about laundry as much as the next guy, but can we talk about this sex tape thing? All right, wait. So let me understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Last time you were here, let's
Yeah.
backtrack. You said to me, you looked me up blank, and you said,
Hogan does look high here.
man code, I would never break the man code. I would never bang another guy's wife.
A buddy's wife.
A buddy's wife.
Oh, he looks so rough. The eyebrows.
He's I think he's on fentanyl here.
Would you ever fuck Heather?
No.
You would not?
No. Man law, brother.
You would honor that man law.
Yeah. Even if they were divorced for 10 years.
Mad Law is probably like the guy who goes with his hair done up.
You wouldn't fuck my ex-wife?
No way.
Was it bro code or man law? Which came
That's man
first?
law, bro. You don't do that.
Man law or
Who's
bro
man law,
code?
You don't do that.
Well, what happened?
I'm sure TNA loves the Impact Wrestling.
You lied to us.
You lied to me.
Well, I had my fingers crossed, my toes were crossed. And I'm not trying to make an excuse other than I was beaten down like a dog. And
You were feeling low and you were looking for comfort,
I
too.
wasn't even doing that. My wife, had just made a decision that she'd gone back to California. I was at home with the racing team that we had at the time, the drifting team, right? And it was just
What the fuck is he talking about?
call, which was this, that, and the other, and done, over with, F this, F that, F you, click. I just,
Still to get my nut off.
I went by Bubba's to say, hey, bro, I'm going to hang out. And it just was one
What
of
a
those
strange
things.
man to become so famous.
I'm telling you, we've got to go to Tampa. We've got to experience. Like, is that not the culmination of everything? It's just being at some fucking shit dive in Tampa, singing like.
See where the bar was that Kern owned?
Yeah.
Mike Graham.
That's where we interviewed the author Hogan at the restaurant. We do interview him live.
Yeah.
Which would be us
Donahue
getting
and
kicked out.
Margarita.
You know, it's a
I'm going to
huge
sing Margaritaville. And Hulk. It's gonna be awesome.
It's totally, never dreamed in a million years there would be a camera in Bubba's house. My family's been destroyed by stuff that has happened.
Sure.
And now I'm going through something now.
Will you press charges?
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna.
Oh,
You're
yes,
going
sir.
ahead with this.
Yes,
Because
sir.
you've got to prove to the world.
And then that leads to Trump. So there you go. Peter Thiel comes into the game.
Right. When the pictures came out, I took a huge hit. My wife Jennifer, who's not part of this media circus, believe me, she's not.
And I don't care even if you did it before you met her. It's still going to bum her the fuck out to see pictures of you banging a chick.
Of course it did.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, thank God it happened before her because, bro,
Thank
I'm
God.
straight up about. There's no reason to hide anything now. Happened. It really rattled my world. I'm surprised. I pray to God that Jennifer hung on. Let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah.
For 2 years, Heather.
Why is he talking
and
like
Bubba
that?
were saying
He's
how
high. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
man.
No problem, no
He's
problem.
got a different
Yeah,
energy.
he's half lidded. His bottom lip is hanging out.
Yeah, he never looks this disheveled.
I mean, right. But I don't see him or
His eyebrows are brown, black and feathered.
I feel like an idiot. And like I said,
Don't worry, I got the Warrior coming up. He's going to talk about Hogan's hair.
Oh,
devastated,
beautiful.
I can't even begin to tell you how bad it's totally destroyed my world. On a personal level, I pray to God that Jennifer can hang in there with me.
It's like his dentures want to come out. That's how he's talking.
Like that time that came out of Trump's mouth.
Don't get Gus started.
Okay, Ultimate Warrior Shoots is the next one.
We might have to sit through an ad. I think YouTube's got you in the grips.
I turn the volume down first then. No.
Oh, no. Hey. All right.
I think Warriors videos aren't able to be monetized, so.
Oh, there you go.
9:30. So this is that famous one. You may have heard some stuff from this before. Warrior's going to throw some dirt out there and just be proud about it and expose Hogan. Let's see. What's this first clip? 9 minutes. Hogan on dope, juvie juice, Hogan swings, and then we end with Warrior's insane laugh.
Okay. All right.
So those are my notes. All right.
There you go.
Fun. Let's do some dirty laundry. Dirty laundry like that. Terry,
What
you
is this,
truly
cameo?
are a dope head. I mean, you have been into getting high and doing dope for years. What was it you used to say? A day without smoking pot is like a day without sunshine. That was a catchphrase of yours that you said all the time. A day without smoking pot, brother,
What's wrong?
is like a day
What's the
without
problem?
sunshine.
I agree.
Larry left.
Dirty laundry
He
like
does this to
that.
us. He's doing
There
this to
are
us.
days, Terry, where you do nothing but sit around and snort cocaine. Now,
Living
your
the life.
lifestyle may have changed in the recent years, but I mean, your behavior doesn't really reflect that. You may have
Warrior.
changed your
So
lifestyle
like 3 fingers are pointing back at you.
somewhat,
Mm-hmm.
but you had plenty of those days where you just sit around and snorted cocaine.
Yeah.
To take the kind of vitamins that you take, Terry, you know, the ones that are part of your
Terry.
gimmick, say your prayers, take your vitamins, train. To take the kind of vitamins you take the kind of vitamins that you take, Terry, you need to have a prescription. That gimmick bag you wear around your waist that you're never without, that's where you carry all your gimmicks so you can stay high all day. Keep a buzz on all day. Of course, anybody that gets into that thing now that I said that, they won't find anything. You'll find another place to stash
Is
your
that
stuff.
supposed to be him on the right side of that painting?
Yeah, that's him now.
But he has blonde hair.
It's gray,
In
I guess.
the painting, is that supposed to be gray?
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Oh, God.
I know, he kind of looks like Dino
It looks
Bravo.
like Dino.
to me.
Yeah, Dino Bravo. We were both going to say it looks like Dino Bravo.
And then the left looks like a native guy.
Well, he looks like the
Doesn't
guy
look
from,
like him because the
from
lips are so
Twisted.
full.
I thought it was the guy D. Snyder or something. D. Snyder and Dino Bravo. It's great. It's good painting.
I wish the Warrior was still around.
Me too.
And
They
yet
would've-
he's
still got
calling out,
the award.
he's calling out Hogan. He's saying, Hogan, look at your life. You're high all the time. Who's dead?
Juvie
Him.
juice, rejuvenation juice. You called it juvie juice. It was rejuvenation juice. Amps up your dopamine levels. Get incredibly high off of it. But you can also
You need a
get so high that you kill yourself. I mean, didn't a few of the guys?
I think he's talking about GHB
Oh.
for the record.
So do you think
You turn
Hogan
that
met
stuff on over-
Juvie and was like, brother, holy shit.
It's a rib, right?
There at WCW back in the day, didn't they OD on that stuff? Kevin Sullivan was one of those guys.
Kevin Sullivan OD'd off
stuff
of.
around in a half gallon.
Yeah, you never heard that story?
Yeah.
Well, I took overdoses, meaning they died. Because he
No.
keeps. I was like, oh, Kevin Sullivan died?
What did he do when he was overdosed? Like, what was?
Yeah, wasn't he like Brett? It's in Brett's book, isn't it? Where he's like, we had to step over Kevin Sullivan having a seizure from taking too much GHB.
I don't remember it. I don't remember that. Is it bad that I don't remember that? We didn't bring it up during the Steve book. I feel like that would have come up.
Man, I'm looking forward to getting like just stories like that. No more just dopey writers.
Oh,
sleep in the basement.
I don't think Hogan's book is going to do that.
No.
Hogan's going to be a politician. What? Yeah. What's the
second one
that's
would.
Because
Because the second one's going to be him having gone through the suicide thing and finding Jesus.
Fucking hell.
You know?
Oh, jeez. And my wife said there weren't enough books to do this.
I was going to kill myself, and then I called Layla Ali.
I thought she called him, and it like ringed, and his mouth was clattering against the barrel. And he was like, he looked at the caller. He was like, I better take this. Ooh. That's how I remember it, but maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
One bottle. I mean, like you drank it like kids drink Kool-Aid. You were never without it. You still do that? You still carry that around?
This guy's like an original streamer. He's got the whole setup and everything.
Oh yeah,
he should be gaming. He should be in the corner with League of Legends and all of it.
Like that you and Linda had an open marriage. You were both whores that did slutty stuff on the side. Neither one of you had a problem with the other one getting thrills on the side. Terry? You tried to get me to sample.
I like this open, but then it's like
you're both whores.
Yeah. Well, no, if it's consent, like, what do you mean? You guys were open, you whores.
Well, you know, he's a conservative. He
the shelving organization in the back with the he knows where everything is in those little drawers there.
It's a lot of pine.
Hey, Warrior Gang, it's me again, Ultimate Warrior. Thank you for the donation. Could you imagine that him being now live? thank you for the $5, Warrior Forever.
Can I sing a few bars of American Pie? Sure.
Funny story about Don McLean.
Those thrills. You remember that, Terry?
His shirt is so unbuttoned.
It's
aggressively unbuttoned.
No to so many things in wrestling. I bet I'm the only guy that ever said no to doing your wife. Dirty laundry, Terry.
George the Animal Steel
you were
fucked
so
Linda.
paranoid and fearful of other guys getting over, but you hated confrontation. You always used to say, I hold my enemies close, brother.
he read
You were so
Sun
fearful
Tzu.
of confrontation that you assisted other guys in keeping them junkies just so you could have control over them.
That's giving Hulk Hogan a lot of credit.
You're not a good
It's a Machiavellian type figure
human being,
in the rest of the
Terry.
world.
Not at all.
Matsuda.
What about the silly stuff, man, that everybody laughs and giggles about? But, I don't see anybody even talking about it or raising it. I mean, what about the laughing and giggling here?
This is like his pilot.
The do-rag.
You're giggling.
Do-rag.
I mean, you're still wearing the do-rag, man. You're almost 60 years old, still doing the gimmick, wearing the 50-cent sunglasses you buy down on Venice Beach by the dozen.
Why would you make... That's what Warrior...
I
why would
can
you
only
pay more?
imagine how many extra millions it cost you in your divorce settlement when you walked into the divorce proceedings looking the fool that you did. I mean, were you not aware of what kind of idiot you look like? I mean, Linda's lawyer must have been pissing down his leg. And the judge, too.
In
The
fear
court
or
reporter, everybody
laughter?
involved in the thing, the press.
Well, it would actually work
was
in
it
Hogan's
worth it
favor
to
because if the sunglasses look
feed
cheap,
your ego?
like he can't afford expensive sunglasses. He looks like shit. Look at him.
Oh, the gimmick's ego. To continue to dress like a clown, not have any decorum whatsoever for professional settings, to walk in and just start doing the gimmick.
What's so all?
Warrior's big bugaboo. Dress for court appropriately.
Your flap of extensions, back there that you got going on.
Come on,
It's
back
not
me up.
fair.
Back me up. It's attached to the
Those are
whip.
extensions, man.
And they're glued to the bandana. Back me up. With the brightest veneers you've ever seen in your life. Just absolutely fake teeth. As he's talking about extensions, he's just like, and here's my glow in the dark teeth. Look at those teeth. Look at those
I love
chompers.
Ultimate Warrior being a catty bitch. And the extensions.
And you did this for free.
Yeah, he mentions at one point saving stories for his book. I wonder if there's a manuscript anywhere that Dana Warrior has. And it did, I didn't, but I'm going to. I was wondering where the kids were. Who would now be adults. Do you think they subscribe to his theories? You think they're Trump people?
Yes.
Yes, because of Dana. Yes.
Oh, I forgot. She's the one that got him into it, right?
I mean, I don't know that, but I assume
I think that's the story.
It's crazy that they tried to do the Warriors thing with WWE, and then even that was like, okay, it's too much. Like something was off. That they were like, you can't handle this. We need to stop this.
It was weird how he showed up and then died.
That was.
We don't talk about that enough.
Well, when you get the jab, wait.
But he basically went out, cut this cryptic, I will be leaving plane of existence, and then he did. And then we were just like, okay.
No? Yeah.
Does that bother anybody else?
Are you accusing Vince McMahon of murdering Jim Hellwig?
No, I think it's...
You think God struck him down?
I don't know.
I think that he would have made just so much money on the little paper masks that they were selling.
Oh, yeah.
Remember those? And he fumbled it on, and he did the promo with it on.
That's true.
Everybody everybody still does. They bend the knee.
Yeah.
What is this Hulk Hogan court hearing confrontation?
This is fun.
In other words, if we... Hey, whoa. Hey. Listen to me, Mr. Balea. Mr. Balea.
He relished calling him Mr. Balea.
Are you going to come across the cameras? Then be quiet. Be quiet.
I'll sue you,
Be quiet.
he says.
You had your time to talk. You're done. No, it's not a free world. There's called professionalism. There's called ethics. Okay? You know what? You're an actor. You're acting now.
The guy,
If you have morals, why don't you set up all these companies to try to ditch it? What's immoral about that? Now, let me tell you something. You are the person that has caused this issue. You sit there and you talk about all these different things with Linda. And I'll tell you what. I tell you what, I did. You're right. Okay. Now, do you want to argue with me again? All right. Good. See ya.
The LLCs were set up with your client as well, Mr.
Let me tell you something. LLC. Let me tell you something.
She was
LLC,
there.
because you know
Hogan is smiling because he pulled this guy into this circuit.
You tried to get a post-nuptial
Oh, yeah.
agreement signed by
I
her.
wasn't even part
Very
of this case then any
despicable.
more than you were.
Very despicable.
Hogan's lawyer said
Look
this
at when I
right.
got involved
Very
in the case.
despicable.
You
All right?
Isn't he?
The thing with this guy should have done is just said, you know what, and then just waited silently. Be like, you good? Okay, moving on. But no, he got absolutely pulled into it. He's like, oh shit, he's looking around. I just got
I
worked.
guess I get the feeling what it's like to be in the WWE.
Yeah. He just got worked. He can't. He's embarrassed.
You don't get reporters speechless much. You know, I noticed all you guys got out of the way. Okay.
Real quick.
Wow. He's like, did that just happen?
I think that was the divorce attorney. So
thank you, Hulkamaniac.
this is a really good one. I have must play written on here, and this is the video. Okay, after this Granger ad.
God safety protocols, Granger.
Up there.
Okay.
Once I got back to Connecticut, when I was living up there after I'd been fired and I came back to work in '84, down the street from me, Cyndi Lauper lived. So I reeled her and Dave Wolf in. I said, let's recut some music because I knew Rick Derringer, Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. You guys.
He's talking real quick here. But
You know.
he's saying he brought in Cyndi Lauper because she lived down the street from him in Connecticut.
Sure.
And is dropping some Rick Derringer knowledge on these kids who don't really know who Rick Derringer
You know
is.
who I'm talking about, yeah.
I
heard the name.
Okay, well, he did Real American, my theme song. But anyway, I got Cyndi Lauper and Rick Derringer. We recut Land of a Thousand Dances, recut a couple songs, Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, and
Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo.
And brought Simon Cowell over to produce it. And it went platinum, bang. So then we decided, let's do another wrestling album called Pile Driver. Brought Simon Cowell over. Boom, produced it, went platinum. He never left. And Simon stayed here because he started working with the WWE. Fast forward, I go to an
Not exactly.
Interesting.
Simon Cowell produced the '94 album that has like Tatanka's theme, has that classic '90s WrestleMania theme on it.
And Tatanka's theme is one of the best themes ever. I will stand by that.
So Hogan didn't even crisscross with that. But now he's putting them as being responsible for the Pile Driver album in 1985.
I just realized I tried to do Yokozuna's theme for Tatanka's. It all gets a blurry for me. the flutes. Is Tatanka's got flutes, right?
I
Am I
would say
wrong
they're
on that?
flutes, pan flutes.
They're like something, yeah.
Shakuhachi.
But they're a little bit. It's a little bit more. That's my beat. Yeah. It's Warrior mixed with the Yokozuna theme. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Award show in the UK. And who am I presenting with? A lady named Jerry Hall, who was living with Mick Jagger at the time. So the bass player just quit. So I said, oh my God, I quit wrestling in a heartbeat to be in the Rolling Stones. You know?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So she asked me for a bunch of merchandise for her kids, you know? And I said, oh yeah, I can send you whatever you want. And so there was my aunt. I said, oh, by the way, I used to play bass. Could I send your husband a tape? You know, I'd love to be in the Rolling Stones. She goes, yeah, send me the tape. Sent the tape, never heard a word. Okay.
Wow.
Fast forward, Metallica.
If that really happened, that's sad.
I go, holy smokes, Metallica. I could be in Metallica. Did an audition tape, put a tape together, sent it to the band, never heard a word from them.
This is
that
sad.
was it.
They don't even respond.
No, they
Well,
didn't. Dude, I was Hulk Hogan too, man. I was a champion of the world. They didn't even call me back.
The Stones are the biggest band in the world at that point, for sure, right?
I got to check the timeline on this one too. I mean, obviously, this is complete fiction, but I just wonder when he's talking here.
Why would you ever tell a fictional story where you're like, and then nobody actually likes me? And understand my talent. Like, what is that? That at that point, you're telling the story because you're like, I know the guy. I have these interactions with famous people to a degree.
So he's talking. Okay, so Wyman left the Stones in '93, so that's when he's talking originally, and then he's putting Metallica after that. So he's talking about Metallica in 2000. I think we always thought he meant Metallica in '87 when the original bass player died.
Yeah, and that's where okay, that's interesting then, because if it is 2000, I mean, it doesn't make it credible. It just makes it less.
Can you
stupid.
imagine the headlines?
Hulk.
Lars is like, Lars is in the background, like 1, 2, 1, 2, and he's pointing at Hulk.
Just the way Hulk looks. Hulk next.
Would he do the NWO beard with like the spray paint?
Oh, he'd carny it up, and then they'd be like, "Oh no, what did we do?" He's like, "What if I come out like one night as Hollywood, and the next night as Hulk? Can we do something with that?" Oh, that sounds horrible. He's playing his belt. He doesn't even have the bass guitar. He's playing his belt.
I don't know who these guys are either, but
no, I'm just picturing this.
Let's look at this guy. He's his arms, and he's got the.
Doesn't he look out of proportion?
Well, he does. He's wearing an extra large T-shirt on. I would say is a medium to large frame. So that's.
He looks
part
like
of
he has like he's a quadriplegic.
Yeah, he's got kind of like the Superman look.
The fact that Hulk Hogan is talking like you said in like 2000 whatever it was, and he goes, "So Rolling Stone was the biggest band at that time, though, right?" And it's like, so he doesn't know anything about anything. He's just like, he receives information and goes, "I think this person wants me to say this, right?" That's an interview style. And then the other guy was just kind of slouched.
Came over, and he's been here ever since.
They didn't even ask, like Simon, like they didn't even want follow-ups. They were just like, okay. Yeah, the other guy is just slouched in a chair. I don't know what his role is exactly. He looks a little sleepy.
Don't even respond.
No,
they don't even respond.
Dude, I was Hulk Hogan too, man. I was a champion of the world. They didn't even call me back.
The Stones are the biggest band in the world at that point, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Like the bar's pretty high.
Oh yeah.
So
but I mean,
you have to. Were you talented enough to do it? You think? You think they saw it?
I don't know. I know anything the Stones played, I could play.
He's talking to these two idiots, and he's like, "I don't know."
I could play.
What?
I said he's looking at these two idiots. He's just going, what happened? Why is Hulk Hogan on this show? What is this show called? This would be akin to him doing doing Workers Club and trying to impress us.
That's why we're going to Tampa. We're getting him on the fucking show.
But he's like, you could, I almost played.
Come on, like I want to get stoned and I want to talk about the Rolling Stones with Hulk Hogan for 4 hours. I think that's.
I heard him on Jericho's podcast. He dropped some names.
Like I bet he's got great stories.
Is this a bold claim? I could 100% get him to talk about the Vince rapes. I think I could do that. I think I have that in my je ne sais quoi.
Is an easy mark.
I think
correct.
So you could get him to open up pretty quickly.
I think I could drink with him and get him to start shooting it might be some tall tales my way, but I think he could be like, I saw Vince, brother. You won't even believe what I saw Vince do. I think I could get him
off the record.
Yeah. His eyes are so probably so glassy now. He's so old.
In some of the no, don't even say it. His eyes are so red in the last two clips.
Well, I'm just saying they're so probably elderly, cloudy now. They're just fucked up looking, like some dog that's about to be put down.
Give me the prescription for the vitamins you take, Terry.
He looks just like he's so fucking this fucking. I cannot believe.
I mean, what I always say is, imagine him if he wasn't a wrestler. What he would look like.
I don't even know what he would do.
He would be Florida man.
He was a longshoreman. He worked the docks.
He is Florida man.
He's so he'd be chunky. He wouldn't be ripped. He'd be He'd be a heavy guy.
I don't know. He might have been a ball player, right? Could have. What do you think he would have done? Probably high AA.
But that's the thing with his hair. He probably would have cut it, right? Because I've never seen a human being with that hair. Like, real life. Nobody's like, oh, I've lost it all up here. Just absolutely clean.
No, I think Terry Bollea, the civilian, would have absolutely that same hair, same bandana.
I don't know.
Not working a physical style, he'd rock a normal come over for longer.
Because if you go down to the docks wearing that hair, people are going to be like, they're going to.
You think they're going to bust his chops a bit?
Yeah, he's going to be pigeonholed and said like.
That happened to my grandpa on the docks.
Oh, really?
He wore a hat every day, and they said, "Joe, why are you wearing that hat every day?" He's like, "I'm bald, goddammit," and he had to take it off and show him.
It's simple as this. Just wearing a hat every day, you raise an eyebrow. Oh, we have another crew. Somebody's doing something. You go, why is he wearing those jeans every day?
What? Are those extensions?
Yeah. Why are the jeans got embroidery?
Like glued to the bandana? Why is there spray paint on his face?
The Fu Manchu, the whole thing of it, they'd be like, are you going clubbing? Like, they think they think he's some kind of sexual dynamo, like he's going to the club. Yeah.
I don't know. I got an uncle who's 65, still has the Fu Manchu. Never lost it from the 80s. No, it's not working. Some guys stick with it.
Oh boy!
Almost everything they played, but the nude bass player they have, shoot, bro, I couldn't even lace his boots up. He is so
nude bass player. Is he talking about Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Never met him. Never heard back from him.
Or new? He said new. I thought he said nude.
A song or something.
I don't remember.
What?
I saw like NBC. NBC was trying to. They wanted you to play like.
Yeah.
Pause. Instead of saying no. Hogan goes, I don't remember. Then One Direction asked you to do a song, which would be like, no. Hogan goes,
right.
I don't remember.
No.
But that's smart, though, because that creates the illusion.
Then he can go, maybe.
Exactly.
Hogan dancing around with Harry Styles.
Wasn't one of the lads the one that Kasplute recently, or was that a different band?
Who?
Dude who fell out of a hotel?
Yeah, that was One Direction, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because One Direction straight to the ground. That's
Hogan sending his resume. Hey!
Looking for a...
Don't remember? As those guys are?
Yeah.
Would you consider maybe they sent
Lots
you a
of
tape
weird
and
crap.
you just
Wait, why are they asking him this? Do you guys know? Do you know who he is?
That's probably why they broke up.
Oh, see, they're funny. They get one over on the guests.
What was gonna say? Hogan with this lying about the band thing, and lying about I had a thought in my head and I've lost it now. These guys, oh my gosh, with Hogan and he's lying about the
eggs.
Oh no, sorry.
No matter what you think about Hulk Hogan.
Sorry.
What do you think?
It's okay. Sorry.
Yeah. What do people think about Hulk Hogan?
Oh, you ready? Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready. I lost. I had a thought.
Sorry.
I completely biffed it. That's okay. I'm feeling good. I'm all right.
All right. Only got a few left.
An actor, headline-making reality TV star. The guy was a game changer in the world of professional wrestling. But tonight,
the guy was
the racial slur scandal. He's fighting to repair his legacy, opening up exclusively to ABC's Amy Robach about the fallout and the path to forgiveness.
Hulk Hogan's here!
racial slur scandal.
Leg drop, horseshoe mustache, and unrivaled strength.
Horseshoe.
All-time world champion Hulk Hogan single-handedly transformed wrestling into a global phenomenon.
That's so demeaning.
Today,
I thought that was strange too, but then I thought about it. I'm like, I guess it kind of is a horseshoe.
No, it is, but it's just.
I remember this.
Outside of the ring to
I
maintain his
saw.
legacy.
I've seen this in my life.
Stop for a second.
Terry Bollea, the man
It's like,
Oh God, he is so high.
also he's about to like do this thing with his hands and like fan himself. To be like, oh, so much emotion. Which I have to say is a very womanly thing to do. Like you ever get got? You're ever dead to rights on something, and you're like your face gets flush. That's what he's doing. Like it's hitting. He's like, oh. He's like in the mirror before this going, we used to say this all the time in Tampa growing up. We all used to say this in Tampa growing up.
Behind the once indestructible Hulkster, letting his guard down.
Out of everything that I've been through, this one hit me probably the hardest, and that's a heck of a thing to say because I've been through a lot of crazy stuff,
Including an
cost me the
admission of
most money.
steroid use and his son's legal issues. But last month, a new controversy which threatens to erase his legacy. The National Enquirer reports that Hogan used racial slurs in audio.
The National Enquirer? You can't say Deadspin?
at the lowest
No.
of my life.
Deadspin
What do you mean?
broke
This was like years after the Deadspin thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Deadspin broke it. They said when National Enquirer.
Yeah, but then it got like re-leaked later that there was also racist stuff on there. That wasn't originally part of the sex tape thing. It was from the sex tape, but it wasn't on. What was
In my
originally
mind,
released.
it's all been melded into one. Where I remember going on Deadspin and going, "That's funny."
Yeah, because that was like 2010.
Colin, wait, hold on. We can solve
the
this.
racial thing was like 2016.
Colin, is this true, or did the lawsuit happen in 2016? But the initial thing was Deadspin. Colin, you will know.
That's the timeline.
Continue.
Yeah, no, Larry's correct.
My personal life was destroyed.
No.
I was very mad at my daughter. I was upset over a situation that happened between her and her boyfriend, and I had no idea.
She was dating a black guy. You didn't like it.
To the point where I wanted
It's made clear.
I was watching the conference championship.
Had a lot of money.
Looking for that third leg of the parlay.
Are you a racist?
No, I'm not. I'm not a racist. I never should have said what I said. It was wrong.
I mean, really?
I'm embarrassed by
Saquon
it.
Barkley?
But a lot of people need to realize that you inherit things from your environment.
I thought Larry's
I grew up in South
clearing of his
Tampa,
throat was
Fort
Hogan
Tampa,
when he.
and it was a really low neighborhood, very low income. And all my friends, we greeted each other saying that word. We teased each other with that word. The word was just thrown around.
He
like it
was
nothing.
touching his chest and sending his heart out to people. You don't look in Tampa. It's common.
That's just what you said, brother.
All of his friends are like, "Why does he keep dropping the N-word on us?" This bit is weird.
So we've
John 3:16.
We've completed the turn, and
oh no, he's born again.
He's born again.
Oh,
they've never seen a color palette like this, so they're having to really.
I
set
know.
things.
Yeah. They have the color up there going. Can you get a read on this? It's white. It's blown out white, but also orange. And then those sharp blue.
So appreciate it.
Very good.
Really good.
He's master of the grand entrance, whose presence still holds attention.
The footage they have left is news reports.
Terry Bollea made the name present with unmatched success and global recognition in sports entertainment. A larger-than-life icon that
Vince
transcends
won.
wrestling, saving his
Calling
biggest
it
splash
sports
not
entertainment.
far from his Clearwater Beach store and
Don't lose the
restaurant.
bandana.
Public
He's getting
baptism.
baptized.
You've said the greatest moment of your life.
Yes, without a doubt.
Terry, what did that mean for you?
It broke down that fourth or fifth wall to tell people
There's
the
a
truth
fifth
about my
wall?
Lord and Savior, how you should
Yeah.
look at things or how you should. care
Maurice
for
is
people,
there.
not
That's
judge
cool.
people. It set me free. It wasn't that perfect vessel.
Shane McMahon
Hogan's
is
rubbing
doing
him.
Should have been. Once I was baptized, I felt I was all anew. It really was a major pivot in my
He
life.
looks like Daniel
so fun to be a
Plainview
part of
in
Terry.
that.
Yes. Yes.
Give me the land.
Okay. This is This is a good quote.
All
that
right.
God presence in us, that still small voice. So what Terry brings to the table is a meat suit, a meat suit filled with the Spirit of Christ, and it's a temple.
A meat suit filled with the Spirit of Christ.
Spirit of Christ.
A meat suit.
On our Patreon or our Pro Wrestling Tees, it's going to be the Hogan font, but it just says meat suit.
Colin already said he's not buying the Grimaldi's. He's not called the meat suit shirt.
We gotta invite your boy from Blue Sky, the one that's hanging by a thread.
Buy some shirts, please, sir. I bring this old battered meat suit.
4 minutes, Hogan.
Is this his basement or the souvenir store?
It's probably the store, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say he's not a mark to have all this shit.
So here's some more real questionable history.
What would it be?
It didn't have anything to do with being in the ring.
Hang on.
If you had to narrow it down, what would it be?
His biggest moment.
It didn't have anything to do with being in the ring. It had to do with after the match at Madison Square Garden, January 23rd, 1984, where I wrestled the Iron Sheik for the WWF title. Iran had 444 American hostages, and they were keeping our Americans. And
Interesting.
The Iron Sheik, he was the actual bodyguard of the Shah of Iran.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Shah of Iran.
They aired this.
Yep.
Don't you have like a mandate to be like, well, he said all that stuff that's not true. We cannot air that. It's the news.
I
We
thought it
cannot
was
air
crazy, but yeah, Reagan, they got out when he got elected.
Yeah, this is like 3 or 4 years after.
It wasn't when Hulk Hogan beat Iron Sheik?
3 years after that.
Are you sure it wasn't when they saw that and they were like, gigs up?
Plus, in the whole grand scheme of things, shouldn't Sheiky should be a babyface because he was aligned with the Shah,
Correct.
who those people kicked out.
Yeah,
I feel like in this one we're going to be asking a lot of like, why even? What is it for this guy? Who's it for? A born again watching this going, I didn't know that.
Well, just like knocking out the Japanese guy, he had to tell that to Howard. Have you ever killed anyone? No, but I did put a Japanese guy in a coma for 2 weeks.
Say you watch this and you believe him, hook, line, and sinker, and then at some kind of get together, you're like, somehow, some way, you're like, I just learned that Hulk Hogan actually freed the Iran hostages. And then like the derision, and then like the people going, that's not true. Like just
I
out
feel
of
like the people that would be at a function where the Iran hostages would come up, and
that's what I mean. Like what's he? Who's he talking to? Who is this for? This lie?
Himself.
That reminds me.
That's dark.
The card's been played twice in back-to-back Trivial Pursuit parties I've been to. That aside,
Was there an upside down pineapple outside the door?
There's a question, and it's which wrestler fought the Sheik in the first ever televised wrestling match in 1985? And it's Hulk Hogan, but I don't know that. Like it's so wrong in so many places.
Like it's not the first network broadcast. It's not
First
the first
televised wrestling match.
Oh my god.
I've gotten it twice, and I've quibbled with it twice.
It's the moops.
Yeah, I've got it twice, and both times people are like, I don't want to be on this team anymore.
It was the real deal, and the fans knew it. And I was the all-American character Hulk Hogan. That night, I flew my parents up, and my dad and I didn't see eye to eye because I was going to University of South Florida here in Tampa, and I was majoring in finance and management. But when I left college and didn't become an accountant or whatever that degree would lead me to, there was a huge divide as far as communication with my dad and I. So it kind of was a void. And so that night after Madison Square Garden, my dad goes, man, Terry, I'm very proud of you. You made the right decision. I love you so much. I'm so sorry that
Didn't
I tried
happen.
to make you do something you
Didn't
didn't want to
happen.
do. So that was the greatest night for me, for my dad to say that to me, because I really didn't know if I was right or not. It just, I was doing what I love doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that happened? I don't think it happened.
No.
He might have been like, "Love you, hey, good job," but he was never like, "Also, here's my mea culpa on all of our attention. You made the right
Fathers never
choice.
do that shit. Come on.
I mean,
You made the right choice. You know." What do you
for a
think,
guy
Larry?
from Florida, what is his name? Ray, I think, Mr. Hogan, or Pete. I don't know. Is a sold out Minnesota stadium any different than a sold out New York Madison Square Garden? Your son already made it. He was in fucking Rocky 3 already, and on Johnny Carson.
Vince comes to his dad and is like, "Don't you get it?
He's a rookie.
This is big. This is the epicenter of culture." Yeah,
wrestled in Shea Stadium fucking 4 years earlier.
His dad,
in which he claims was the draw.
Maybe his dad didn't follow baseball, and he's just like, "Okay, Shea Stadium was a whole like 1,200."
Things were scripted, predetermined outcome.
Okay.
Difficult for you to maintain the competitive side while entertaining?
As a businessman, I look at it completely different because a lot of wrestlers look at it and go, "It's predetermined. It's a work. I'll take it easy on you out there. If I was to grab your arm like this and put you in the top
work
spot
means
here,
scripted.
That's a work. But if I go to the outside, that's a shoot. That means you're actually trying to hurt somebody. Break bones, submission holds. Oh, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's predetermined. Well, it does, because if I'm the good guy and my merchandise is selling 5 times more than you, that's a shoot to me.
Started, man. Don't make me come over there.
It's okay. I'm way past my prime. You have an easy day with me. Real easy. Don't forget it's predetermined.
Oh, that's right. But isn't that a lot like the lives we live? We attempt to write the script.
Oh shit, Larry! Don't fast forward. I'm interested now.
This whole thing.
Now I'm
interested, brother.
This whole
We're
thing
in
is
the
a
shoebox,
shoot.
and he's in control.
Uh-huh.
It's going to happen exactly the way he wants it to happen.
God's the
exactly
booker.
the way it's
Fuck,
supposed to be.
I'm actually wishing Vince comes through the door. That's what you think, bro. You
You're
got
the
it all
shit on
wrong.
the bottom of my sneaker.
I'm more born again than you. It's real, but it's also a word. Oh, welcome to Ring of Glory.
No, this one wasn't even that interesting.
Which one is this?
I front loaded it. This is a Hannibal compilation of people talking about Hogan.
As a board certified.
Hang on, after this.
Ooh, a dermatologist.
That was Hannibal.
Please tell me what's going on with the scalp.
When you were eliminated.
What are your thoughts about Hulk Hogan
and
what he
this is so
did?
vicious. Okay. Rest in
Hogan
peace.
in a scuffle. I understand that the crowd reaction in the building was actually cheering you over Hogan, and supposedly they dubbed over it.
The way he's receiving information, I pray that I'm not like that when I'm older, where you close your eyes for like 4 seconds.
That night, and this is a true story.
You have to recollect your thoughts.
If someone tells you something's a true story, it's a lie, right?
Oh, always.
I don't.
I only had a Tony Atlas story here that was worth listening to, and maybe a Lex Luger one.
I don't think I've ever prefaced any story with like, "Guys, you got to believe me," or "Hey, guys, it's a true story."
Okay.
I wrestled Hogan, I would say at least. Well, no, the first time I wrestled Hogan was he came to Georgia with Georgia Championship Wrestling. And Tommy Wildfire Rich went to Ole Anderson, who was the booker, and said, "You should work a program with Hogan because he's about one of the few heels that Tony could work with." Back in the old days, the heel was always bigger than the babyface. In the older days, they didn't have little heels. Yeah. And they wanted me to work an angle with Hogan because he had the big muscles, he was big and everything. And Ole Anderson refused to build Hogan up. So when I went to New York, Hogan was already there when I went there.
Is
so
a Kenan Thompson character from SNL. This is a Kenan Thompson character from SNL. 100% with the sleeves cut off of the dress shirt, and the way he's talking. This is always like This is Keenan on SNL.
Tell you a funny story though. I was in what was it, Spectrum or the Capitol Center, and I'm sitting there. Vince Senior come in. Hogan is probably about 5 or 10 feet from me. He said,
"Which is it,
Tony? What do you want to do with the big dummy? Press slam him?" I go, "Yeah, I press slam him." He said, "Press slam him." He walked out the door. That's why they treated Hogan.
That was Vince Sr.
That's why when Hogan came back, he told Vince Jr., when I come back, I want to get the belt the first night. Or they promised him they're going to give him the belt. He said, well, I want it the first night. And if I don't win it the first night, I'm getting on a plane, I'm going back to Minneapolis. He came in the Madison Square Garden. He won the belt the first night, and the territory exploded. So he never went back to Minneapolis.
What was it like? Toy Store. Territory exploded. Got it.
And then Luger let us into Hogan's.
He's looking. He's thinking right now. He's doing the same thing I was just talking about. I pray that I'm not. You have to close your eyes. You have to pull it back.
Well, you gotta think, does this violate man?
Did you see DDP's trying to get him to walk? He's making videos with him.
How's that going?
Luger's like, no, I'm telling you, it's medically and he's like, walk, brother, walk, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
WWE, but this was the first time you're actually having a confrontation with him in the ring and working with him.
Yeah, I hardly knew him at all. And the first night didn't go well because when we got nose to nose on Nitro, we went to commercial break. And to come back out of it, we're still nose to nose. And the camera guys were going, okay, we're off for whatever it was, a minute or two. So I broke character a little bit.
Broke
character. Nose to nose, and there was a live crowd there.
You're right. You're spot on. It is a Biden.
And Hulkster is all business about his business. I didn't.
He does.
So I kind of smirked at him. And I'll never forget. He looked at me. He goes, "Hey, brother, knock that smile." He goes, "Take that smile off your face. I'll knock it off." And I tried to walk him afterwards. He kind of turned me off. I said, "I'm sorry, Mr. Hogan, sir." I'm like, I didn't mean to. He goes, "That's okay, man, but you don't ever break character out there."
You started off.
You know, my son Bo. Favorite song is Coldplay.
We don't get to hear Jerry Jarrett's on a Hulk Hogan.
I tried. It's like a 10-minute clip. He doesn't get through one story. This guy is filling you with a lot of facts. I wanted something out of it, believe me.
The WWF territory started in...
It was 1957. There was a guy named Les Phillips. All right.
Oh, God.
He ran the TV studio, see. Now, that was WKPM out of Tennessee. Knoxville. Yeah, it goes on like that for a while. Okay, this is the last one. This is silly, but it's Beefcake's a clown. I don't. Who's booking Beefcake for this thing? Right? I mean, who's going to this? A night with, an evening with.
Yeah, like who? Like
an evening with Ed Leslie.
Is this at like a WrestleMania weekend where it's like all the freaks and goons in town?
You're right. Okay.
This guy looks like he's about to get on stage and be like, "Oi."
He's kind of like, I thought of him as like the British Sean Ross Sapp.
Oh,
that's not a compliment.
Right now, this
with the
freeze
Hester you go,
frame.
or no?
Oh, okay, that's what it sounds like.
No,
oh my God!
He hit on my wife in his kitchen with
Oh,
his
yeah.
wife there. I mean, they were swapping, doing some weird.
Brutus Beefcake looks
He's
so
standing in the
cool
kitchen
right now.
at his beach house.
Those
and
are
he's
breasts.
telling me and my wife how he likes to lube up his dick
Okay,
with olive oil.
kills bacteria. What's wrong?
You know, And and my wife is from Boston, and she don't mince words, and she basically told him where to get off at, and
Yeah,
told
that's
him, she says, I'm only here for one reason. That's Brutus Beefcake. I
Okay, pause it,
came because I
Larry.
wanted to
Yeah.
meet.
Can you pause it? I'm only here for one Wait, how does the Boston Brutus Beefcake? Right, that's what she said.
She doesn't have a thick accent.
He says she's Boston. She doesn't
I
mince
know.
words.
Yeah.
And you
Harry
got
Bollea.
that from the human the people's history. Start doing that to Hogan.
What?
Next month you'll be quoting. I don't remember the line. I don't remember. Good Will Hunting? No, nothing. Larry, you ever seen Good Will Hunting?
Nope.
My husband's friend, lifelong friend. That's who I wanted to meet. She says, I don't know or care who Hulk Hogan is at all. And I guess his ego was so bruised, he couldn't even face her again. So basically, he said, Brutus, you're welcome. You can come over, but don't bring your wife. I was like, yeah, that doesn't really work for me, pal. So, have a nice day. And after that, he had a murderous 14 back operations, had both his hips replaced, had both his
He looks like
knees replaced.
Zandig.
He fell apart. And I was like, I was glad I wasn't part of it. I enjoyed being out of it for a while. I mean, we had great years. It was a tremendous.
You know what's sad in this interview is the interviewer kind of gaslights him, and he's like, in 2002, after WCW closed, everybody came back except for you. Why do you think that was? And he's like, if Hogan would have said something, they would have hired me. I guess he wasn't thinking about me. It's like, what a sad indictment of yourself. That's the only way you can get a job?
I was saying, as I'm watching, I'm thinking, this guy is like, my career was being somebody's best friend.
Yeah.
Like, when you think about it. I mean, I would kind of be giggling on my deathbed, being like, made it up pretty scot clean. I mean, I got paid to be somebody's best friend and kind of fake fight. Lived a better life than I ever thought as a kid. But I don't know if they think like that. Like,
I know.
Entertainment.
But can we take a break before we're?
Well, yeah, I was waiting
and
for
then we'll do some reviews too.
I was waiting for the British host to go, hey, God, isn't it kind of a daft God, right? God be in it, daft? That's what I thought with the black t-shirt and everything.
What?
I can't stand Ricky Gervais. That's what.
Oh, okay.
I cannot stand, which is his whole material is God, right?
Man. All right.
Stupid.
Take a break. Gus is
Look
already
at Phil. I know he's out.
He probably doesn't give a shit at this point. He's probably
well, now, yeah, at this point, you gotta just say, like, this guy's fucking aggrieved. Like, this guy won't let it go. He doesn't like me. Which I've said in life. Well, this guy...
If Hangman wants a WWE bag, he'll do it, and they'll do business. And
well, yeah, for sure. It's funny, like, to ever somebody's like, well, that WWE's just off the table. No, it's not.
Yeah, no, they're gonna make a shit ton of money when they do it. Like, that's.
Okay. Is Gus gone?
He just got up. He's here.
Oh, okay.
He's here. So what do we got here? We got the Paul. We were talking about Paul Levesque. That's why. Hold on, let me back out of this so I can hit. Oh, we've been recording this whole time.
I'll edit it. It's fine.
Oh no. Well, you can keep in Gus and I, where I literally sit down and I go, CM Punk. I start talking about CM Punk again. We do a penta bit. You listen to it. Cut out the dead space and then just yeah. We've only been going an hour and a half.
I know. I told you we got through that quick.
Well, that's because you had no book. You're not going to be happy about the amount of underlines I have, but it's okay. I mean, again,
I still expect us to take 6 months to get through this.
I was all excited because somebody in a review said, "Oh, the chapters are 3 pages. It's really large font." I went, "Okay." And then the first page, I'm looking, I'm like, "That is big font. Oh hell yeah! We're gonna breeze through this thing." And then the font got so tiny after. I was like, "This is like Courier New size 5." Holding the book so close to my face. But then, yes, I mean, it was a Vince Russo thing of where I'm like, this guy, I know it was written by a ghostwriter.
Yeah. Why would you even take that many notes? I mean,
But did he just record Hogan talk? Like, because he has it down, like the patois of Hogan, of like, where I'm like, this is not proper English.
I mean, you heard how Ian does it, remember?
It's literally the Can Man, but in book form.
What does that mean?
I'm just taking a shot at Sean. He said, "You know how Sean does it."
As far as
I was like,
okay.
Yeah, he writes the patois down.
No, not Sean. I said Ian.
Oh, yeah.
The way Ian does his autobiographies.
Yeah,
is what I
okay.
mean. That's why I was so stunned.
That's apologies to Ian. Then I got tripped up and thought Sean Oliver, and I was like, well, yeah, he writes like he hears it. But yes, Ian said you tell this, and then I'll filter it through. Yes, he doesn't listen to the show, by the way, just to be clear.
He doesn't?
Or he would be on Blue Sky by now.
I know he's not on Blue Sky. It's disappointing.
Come on.
So much less toxic.
So he was lying to us when he said that he listened.
He responded several times to things just from the show.
So he was listening while we were talking about it.
Yes, probably.
Which is fine.
Good enough.
That's fine. But we need
Even
that
if you're out there, we'll do another book for my next pick. You tell me what it is, we'll buy them.
Then the whole interview is me trying to play gotcha. So what did we say about Ed Ferrara, Chapter 2? Such a listener. Let's play Phil. The good Phil.
I mean, you know, this is Hogan related because that's half of the scandal is the steroids and half of it's the sex. So you've seen this before, right, Wilson?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Probably. Okay, so you don't know it that well. Do you know the cast of characters?
Is Meltzer on? Is this Meltzer?
Yeah, John Arezzi.
Is it? And they talk about the sex scandal, too?
Yeah. Superstar Billy Graham, Bruno.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
Oh, Bruno is, man. I would love to see this like recast in like that, like, you know, like People versus O.J. Simpson like type series.
Let's cast this.
Bobby Cannavale would be Bruno.
No. Yeah, that or like Mark Ruffalo for some reason.
Okay.
And he looks weird. And they're like, wow, he looked really weird for this fucker. Give him an Emmy.
Big giant nose.
Like the old man makeup, even though he's kind of in that range. But then, he's just bloated. And he's just like, oh, he would kill Mark Ruffalo. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying.
On the steroids. Thriving with this.
They were kids.
That would be a real Oscar moment.
You could do it, the WE. They were ring boys, and you let it happen.
A number of people to say because I wouldn't have sex with another guy in the game.
Another guy.
Promoted.
That's why he's Phil Donahue.
Honestly, some Well, listen, while you're laughing, this has been a not so funny issue for women. Now we have a casting couch essentially alleged in the wrestling
Carrie,
game,
sit down on this.
and some guys
Yes.
are saying, I lost my job because I wouldn't do this to this.
They don't make women
guy
like
who
that
is
anymore.
higher, more powerful than me
Nope.
on the ladder. And before you think this is trivial, first of all, let's understand that a couple of these charges involve kids, 14 years old, juveniles.
They make
Go to
women
jail
like
for
that
a
now.
long
That woman,
time
I've seen that woman.
if you're involved with sex of any kind.
She's hanging
with a
around
juvenile.
Studio City
One
on
more
all the
point.
shows.
The Wrestling Federation, you know how
She's
you
got
say,
an improv
ha,
team.
ha, what a
Yep,
joke,
improv
boo-hoo.
team. Yep.
$1.7 billion in 1990.
There you go.
That's more revenue than
Bill
has
Donahue
been
selling it.
generated by the
He stood up and put his
NFL.
hands on his
So while you're
billion
That blows my fucking
dollars.
mind.
I don't believe
Normal-
that at all.
Doesn't matter.
yeah,
Phil
that-
said it. Doesn't matter. He stood up and he put his hands on the table and listen to me, audience. $1 billion.
There's no way that's more than the NFL.
No.
Like,
In 1992? No.
No.
But yes, but
I mean,
Bill's
maybe
got their
wrestling was
attention
bigger
now.
than the NFL in like '64. You know, back when Ernie Ladd would do both. You know what I mean?
Phil, hey, look, it's just like Vince says for the crowds. It's for entertainment. He's just trying to entertain these insane-looking women.
Thing.
He's got them.
Somebody is whistling all the way to the bank. We
Oh,
have
Dixie. That woman, you paused it perfectly. That woman just liked the reference. She just smiles when he goes, somebody's whistling to the bank. And she's
Phil's
like,
clever.
who used to be in the
I'm
wrestling game
uncomfortable.
who are going to tell you that they indeed
oh, they got the
encountered
teacher from Boy Meets
people
World.
Vince
who
has his
wanted
nice
sexual
burgundy
favors,
blazer on.
and they were professionally penalized when they said no. And if you think the WWF
Penalized.
is hiding behind
Barry O got
lawyers,
penalized.
here is the head of that organization who has accepted, incidentally, recently, resignations from 2 executives who stand accused of gay sexual harassment. He'll have a prepared
Gay
statement.
sexual
First,
harassment.
charges underway here. Gentlemen, Murray Hodgson, hired by Vince McMahon, here on my left for the TV job.
David
You were the
Schwimmer,
commentator.
play him. Do it.
And then charged
Now, do you know Wilson? He's a con man.
Yeah,
He's the one that is puffing it up, and you never hear from him again, right? He's an
He's
announcer
done
or
this to
something
other
like that.
people.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And now
I'm
he runs a
familiar.
nightclub or something. Something normal people
He's got
do.
a great head of hair.
He cuts a fucking hell of a promo in this too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's.
I mean,
good.
if John
2 months
Stamos was a
later,
little bit
what
younger,
happened? Can you specifically,
He's playing 'em.
without taking us around the world, tell us what is it that happened?
keep it
to you?
short.
I wouldn't sleep with the vice president of operations, so they fired me.
Is the
This is like in Traders when a trader tells another trader they're a traitor.
Yes, he is.
He knows Pat Patterson's fucked up. Like he knows
Is that a reality show?
Yeah, it's a reality show, but it's like when you know the truth, but you aren't you're using it for your own personal gain, and so he knows Pat Patterson fighting, but he's like, I'm gonna get in on this because it's kind of like it could work out because it's true, like it's fucked up over there. It hasn't happened to me, but I mean, I know, like that's what like it's so fucking. Vince has to sit there knowing that he, he has to be like, fuck, this piece of shit.
God damn it, Patrick.
Yeah.
You want to name him?
I don't think that'd be necessary.
He looked at Vince.
Did you announce? Did you do the color for any telecasts?
Yes.
About how long did you do the color?
Oh, I started for about a month. They hired me for a 2-year deal and just went right out the window when I decided that I didn't want to sleep with the vice president.
Was there any touching? Was there any kind of vulgar locker room activity? We're trying to be specific here, Murray.
Vulgar
Because
locker
the court of
room.
law would
Yeah.
oblige any person to be of any gender.
What if he's like, yeah, he
A
told me to
little
suck
worse
his
than that.
cock.
He blatantly
They
threatened me.
can't, they can't air that. They can't air that. He's like, be specific, and he's like, Pat told me to suck his cock, and then it's just like bleeps.
I thought
that
Pat's
time.
thing was like, "You're the new guy. I wonder how you taste." I think that's the line.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Pat sucked my cock. Well, Vice President number 1 sucked my cock.
I've
Right.
got Pat's book on the shelf. We'll get there someday.
My job security.
I did it my way.
I don't think this is the proper forum to be. I agree with you.
You're laughing, and this man got gay sexually assaulted, and you're laughing.
Television show, and we don't want to draw any dirty pictures.
But
did it happen more than once? No, just once. Yeah. And then how long after you said no were you dismissed?
So Pat respected the boundary.
Orton, here's
Mm-hmm.
Barry
That's a
the
crime.
professional wrestler who you think you
why
lost
did he
your
say
job
that?
at the
Barry
WWE
Orton.
after
Here's
accusing
Barry
you
Orton.
similarly.
Actually, no, I've never actually said that. Okay, that's something that the media has come out and
What
with the
drugs was
stories
he
that I've
on?
given, they have kind of turned it around to where I've
What?
said,
What?
What drugs was he on?
Dude, yeah, he is.
He had done a prison stint prior to this for killing someone while driving.
Whoops.
Voluntarily or involuntarily?
It was a DUI with manslaughter type of thing.
Okay.
that I've never said
Vince
that.
is like, I need a new nails.
Two of the gentlemen that have
Vision
resigned
boarding
since
right
the
now as I listen to you talk.
began,
Drop the lust.
Do you think Randy's proud of Uncle Barry?
They don't like. How do you think that has ever come up between Vince and Randy? Like
I think
about
they
Uncle
all know
Barry?
it's a gimmick. You're trying to get in on the.
He worked you. Remember when he worked you? Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Randy, remember when your father had hepatitis?
Such a and then
Mark's
he bled all over the Undertaker.
Randy was one of those guys that did the well, Vince gave me my start, you know, I have to I owe him.
He looked the other way, and I'd stick my hand on my cock, and then
and make Brian Gerwitz shake it real hard.
You big
or
league
like
me?
yeah. Or doing the I'm putting poop and making. Lord, he likes RC cars now. It's fine. He has the little remote control cars. That's a problem. I'm sorry. Undertaker's a problem with people playing video games. Randy Orton has remote control cars buzzing around the back. What are we doing? What's happening? Okay, continue. Sorry, Barry.
Time ago, however, the impact and the gravity of the
Meatloaf,
situations
everyone.
are very severe. And
That's
you know,
him.
if they were behaving that way then, and you know, they would be behaving that way now, I would expect.
No laugh here.
He keeps having to say that. There has to be so much tittering.
Crotch, legs, and chest, and wouldn't stop.
Yeah, well, I was in between the two of them in the back seat of the car.
These suburban housewives, they're hearing men touching men, and they're like,
Place where a junior guy has to sit.
Pretty much.
This would be early 80s?
This was 1978.
78. So this is before the $1 billion.
So this is free love, or the end of it?
Hulk Hogan era. And you had to drive. You know, you guys weren't walking in money then.
Right, and everyone, you know, the more people in the car, the better, because everyone would split the expenses and keep their car.
And then didn't you
Remember when they had to split the expenses of a tank of gas that cost $12?
What?
Remember that? I said, remember when everyone had to split the tank of gas that was $12?
Right.
Hey, gas has been cheap for like the past 3 years.
I'm just saying, like these guys when they're talking about like Mick Foley and all these guys talking about being cheap, it's like holy
Cornette
shit.
said they had like a thing. It was like 5 cents a mile. You would pay the driver.
19 years old.
It was like a flat rate.
And also probably not altogether together in your head, like a lot of 19-year-olds. I don't know.
I'm sorry, this is sidetracking, but I recently did hear a wrestler say, I drive such and such, and I was like, it is a younger person. I was like, no, you fucking don't. That's $300 back and forth. Like, no fucking way were you driving that every day, every week for every hour. No fucking way.
What do you mean? Just thinking they're overblowing their travel stories?
Well, yeah, because I was like, the gas alone, like, who? Then I was like, well, then you're getting money, because they're like, well, it's a hard knock, you know. I was traveling there once a week, you know, going to school.
I mean,
I
Mick
was
did
like,
it, remember?
but yeah, I'm saying it was like now, and I was like, in this time, day and age, and I was like, you're not spending $50 by yourself, refilling twice.
Yeah.
Where are you? And not like, I was like, this doesn't make sense.
All right, this next guy's funny. This is kind of just an appetizer before they bring out all the stars.
All the stars.
When a couple of guys in the game, executive types, come on to you like
This
that,
is
and
the
you're
dark
19 years
match.
old, you may be a little hesitant to tee him off.
Of course. And
Tee him
so
off.
I endured it for as long as I could until it became, I started feeling suffocated or, and I couldn't take it anymore.
Tom Hankins, you're likewise a pro wrestler. You
Oh yeah.
Is he? Are we sure? Wait, I was like, well, maybe he was when he was a kid. He just said, I got out of the business 4 years ago. This dude is.
This guy's stories too of him trying to call up.
He looks like a nerdy Bob Backlund. Like, is that possible? He looks so bloated and just like.
He looks like an insurance salesman.
Yeah,
Like,
he's doing data entry. What does he do? Like,
He's a jobber.
Okay,
clearly.
I mean, I'm picturing him with his glasses off, and it's still not like cool or good.
this wasn't the best they could find. Like, this is.
This guy looks.
This guy's like, that bridge ain't gonna be.
Man, you can't lay off this guy.
This guy looks like he's 20 years older than everybody. How old is he?
You're probably 37.
He's 37. Somehow he wrestled like Hackenschmidt. That's where he was from. He's a jobber to the star.
Back in Hungary.
Yeah.
The Austro-Hungarian Empire.
But Phil even is like, so you're a wrestler. You're like, yes, I am. 4 years ago, I was like,
yes, sir. Been out of the business 4 years.
Where did they? Vince doesn't know this guy, right?
Oh no, this is just what the best thing in the world.
Does he know this man? There's no way he knows who this is.
Money. Los Angeles, California, at the University Hilton Hotel after the WWF.
Oh, they used to push Ray Stevens. Okay, so
I was sitting at a bar with, I guess, can I name these people? With Pat Patterson, Andre the Giant, Dr. Jerry Graham, and Mike LaBelle. He was a Los Angeles promoter at the time, or a former promoter.
He's so excited to tell this story.
And we sat there drinking maybe for an hour or so. I was talking to Pat. I'd known Pat for maybe 6 months.
California
story. It didn't matter to me if he was gay or not. And I
Yeah.
knew he was actually kind of running the shows in L.A. at the time. I don't believe he was in position as the booker yet. And I asked him.
Let me interrupt to say that he is one of the executives who has resigned.
Right.
Very good, sir.
Oh, he's got a ponytail. Oh no! Oh no! I thought that was just his hair.
Never
He was
noticed
like-
that before.
He's like a professional person, but he's not. His hair hangs like that with it like that on top. Oh no!
We've got to get this remade with like
no.
it needs to be remade. Like this just whole thing reshot.
This would be
Like,
Paul Walterhauser. He would play this guy 100%. We were like, what?
Oh no!
Yes.
no, I think I've got a better casting for him coming up.
My
I
God.
was a loser. I'm not real big. I never made a lot of money in the business. I
God,
didn't
he
really
does
expect on the WWF make a lot of money, but I
You
loved,
wanted to be in the game.
yeah, I love the business. I started out, I worked for $10 a night sometimes in Tennessee.
He doesn't make a lot of money. Look at you.
In '85, I was wrestling in Hawaii and Mexico.
If he's wearing glasses, that means he can't see in the ring.
If you give me a shot or at least a tryout, he said, "Well, you got 2 chances, slim and none." He goes, "Well, there is one way," and he wanted me to come up to the room with him and have oral sex with him. And I said, "Oh, I'm not interested."
Vince is laughing. Vince almost, I promise you, is like, fucking
Oh, yeah.
Pat. Fucking Pat.
Went down to the dressing room where they'd always let me, I was in the dressing room, friends with a lot of the other wrestlers there. And Pat had me physically thrown out after that, acted like he didn't know me.
Right. What brings you forward now, gentlemen?
Pause it.
Actually, I came forward
Vince.
because
You don't think Pat wanted to bang this guy?
No,
No,
Pat
Pat was
did.
fucking
No,
with
but
him. He was like-
100% Vince has brought this up to Pat and been like, remember you wanted to fuck that fucking troll? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, he's giving him shit like, did you, like, look at him. If he had been able to work YouTube, he would have pulled it up, paused it on this still that you have, and been like, and pointed at him, and then pointed at him, and like,
I think Pat was just fucking with him. He's like, "You want the job? You can suck my dick."
I
Like,
think it was that.
look at this guy.
But
he's
if-
not as scary as
Look,
human.
I know that's not his type. I know, I understand. But if that guy had been like, okay, Pat's taking a dick suck and he's getting
Well,
he's
for a
getting
story, yeah,
he's
it's a hilarious
he's doing
story.
jobs at MSG. Then at that point, like he's getting his foot in the door. And then maybe Vince is like, I could do something with this guy. You know, it's all gay. But I'm thinking,
Yeah, Brett's got a story of carrying him to a 5-star match.
I worked with this guy. He looked like shit, but I guess he sucked Pat's cock in California.
I made a cartoon drawing about it.
Anyways, he was all right.
Barry's charges are ridiculous. It was just, I knew it was something that went on in the business, and anybody in this business really knew about it, knew what was going on with Patterson.
So this is like this is a feature of this
By the way,
culture.
we're pro this not happening. These guys are right. This should not be happening in wrestling. We're laughing and making fun, and Phil said not to. But they are legitimately whistleblowing. They were whistleblowing on Vince, and Vince is so annoyed.
Nobody wanted to blow any whistles.
There you go.
Like I said, Phil, yeah.
Said you didn't get a lot of press scrutiny. Nobody took you seriously anyway. Mainstream press, sports press today.
Now you're here.
And Mushnick of the New York Post writes a piece. Phil Mushnick of the New York Post. His lead last week: the billion-dollar pro wrestling empire is about to be shaken to its foundations by a teenage boy.
Edge was there?
Learned. All right, here's part of the story then. And Mr. McMahon, sir, you are the boss. You are what we would call in my neighborhood when we were growing up a successful big shot. This is some operation you have.
What a curveball to throw Vince. Now Vince is thinking about that.
I know.
Bill putting
that's just a folksyism or what?
No. Bill's putting Vince on his heels.
He's like,
a successful big shot.
And he paused. Vince is thinking all the things that could be said, and then he goes, "Successful big shot." And Vince's face
didn't just lunge for him immediately.
No, Vince thinks about it, kind of likes it, so he nods, but then he's kind of like, "Wait a minute, have I been insulted?" So he kind of does the, "Oh." He's so confused.
Thing that so many people snicker at. You have filled the Pontiac Superdome with the help of
Called it the Superdome. He called it the Superdome, did he not?
Cyndi Lauper and the marriage of kind of pop music with this.
Oh wow, the way he's talking about it when he goes to marriage of pop,
the music, these kinds of revenue. And now here you are being accused, Mr. McMahon, of presiding over an organization that looked the other way.
Oh, by the way, remember, the main accuser of Mel Phillips and Terry Garvin, Tom Cole, was supposed to be on that panel. When they showed up that day, he was now sitting with Linda McMahon in the crowd.
Oh, shit.
Oh. As Warrior would say, mother brought him in.
Yep.
Sex harassment charges.
Someone does allude to him during the program, I believe. Maybe Dave.
Sex harassment activity was taking place. Sir, you wanted to say.
We've never looked the other way.
We looked right at it.
I'm very happy to
This is so funny, knowing what we know now. We've never looked at other people look the other way. I'm talking about me.
Are hurled or no longer with the WWF. We have started an independent investigation on our own to get to the bottom of all this. And that's why we're here today, to get to the bottom of it. We may even learn something here today that my investigators do not know. I want to get to the bottom of it just like you gentlemen do.
What would you like to say to him? Anybody?
His shoulder pads are so much larger than anybody else's. That's a crazy coat to wear, crazy blazer to wear.
Denying that not only this is taking place, but that and you're saying that you knew nothing of it, and I just find that really difficult to believe.
Well, there's no reason. How do you find it difficult to believe that I knew nothing of it? Why would I condone this kind of activity and risk this alleged kind of revenue?
Because Vince, because you are the king.
You're a
of
pervert.
empire and you have eyes and ears everywhere, and it is so common. At least the topic of conversation for 3 to 5 minutes.
The fact that this guy's even talking to Vince and like having this conversation with Vince, why would you even look at Vince and
is on his
go?
heels. I know it's a different power dynamic here. Vince,
but even to like be like, Vince, you have eyes in it. He knows. Stop. Just like throw your hand and go. Come on, man. Like,
well, they immediately make everything seem not credible because these are the two clowns they've got.
They're looking at Vince and they're like, oh, don't you get it, man? It's like, Can you get a little bit more like if you had some spite and some anger to it, some
there's some people on Vince's side. That's all in the crowd.
Yeah.
They have to put up with it, and they hate it because if they say anything, they're out of a job.
I don't believe that to be the case, but there may be some of it. If that's the case, then let's get to the bottom of it. I'm anxious to learn, just as you are.
Well,
I want a wholesome organization. I want an organization that everyone can be proud
I want to hold some. Was he about to say I want to hold some people accountable?
WWF offices. You're always in a meeting. They took my number. Said you.
Oh my God! This is just pause.
Yeah.
Hold on. Blah, blah, blah. This has nothing to do with what's happening. This guy all of a sudden goes, "Well, wait a minute. When I call your office, it's just you're in a meeting. You don't want to hear from me, and I call it all the time. So what's going on with that?" This is like sick. This is sick that this man made
it's
that
the
this
best.
man made it up here to be like, I got a grievance. It's not about anybody in this rape stuff. It's about why can't I be on the show? Have you seen my hair? It's like, oh, it's fucked up. This
Or
guy,
do a hairless
how did
hair
they get a
mask
hold
down
of
in
this guy? How did they find this guy? He's like, yeah, Pat wanted to suck me off in California. Anyways, I still want to be booked. Like, why don't you answer my calls?
You're always in meetings.
I lost Pat's number. That's the problem. Hello. Get that dick.
This is not a serious person.
If it has to sit up there with them,
I know he has to be in the same
and
room.
listen about this and be like,
It's
well,
the best thing in the world.
Please, Vince.
This is why Meltzer's like, I was the best friend Vince had of the whole cast.
All right. Let's see what
Who I
Vince says.
was, didn't know what I had to say. Well, I tried to explain it to whoever I talked to, and I called.
Anita
And,
Scales.
they didn't want
This was when?
1985.
He literally. Wait. And this was when. This is when. He looks so like. He looks like a receptionist has to deal with an annoying person. Like, okay, and you've got the proper paperwork. Okay, all right. Well, let's hear you out. Okay. And then what does he say? Rewind. What does he say? He burns them, and the crowd. The crowd laughs. What does he say? And that guy's also a plant or
I
a
don't
cop.
believe that to be the case, but there may be some of it. If that's the case, then let's get to the bottom of it. Okay. I'm anxious to learn, just as you are. I want to hold some organization.
Here he comes.
I want an organization that everyone can be proud of. I want to get to the bottom of it, just like you do.
This happened to me. I tried to call. I called the WWF offices. You were always in a meeting. They took my number, said you'd return my call. But, you didn't want to talk to me, basically. And I'm sure at the time you didn't know who I was, didn't know what I had to say. But, I tried to explain it to whoever I talked to, and I called. And, they didn't want to.
This was when, sir?
1985.
I don't recall the telephone
Has
call.
there been any lawsuit?
Oh, that's what I thought he burned him. He just says something very nervous and shady. I don't recall a telephone call. Or like as if he's on trial. They're not gonna hang. He's sweating guilt right now. I don't recall a telephone call. That's brutal to say that on TV when you're not on court. You could say anything, be like, yeah, I don't want to talk to you. Fuck you. You could say you could be like combative with him, but he's just like,
no, you'd be like, listen, I was busy selling out the Silver Dome, and
yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't get. But no, he just looks shifty and goes, I don't recall
a telephone call. Yeah,
and then everybody just laughs at this guilty man.
All right.
In your workplace?
I believe that there's
Murray asked him if there's any harassment going on.
possibility of sexual harassment existing everywhere. And
I
don't
asked directly
want-
if it was
and
in the
I
world.
don't want
Define
it in
sex.
my organization. I don't want it.
I'd like to reiterate the question. Do you believe there is sexual harassment amongst the wrestlers or employees, the World Wrestling Federation today?
There is a possibility of that. That's why I've have these independent investigators to come in.
And who are these independent investigators?
Fairfax Group Limited. And I would like to hear what you have to say, and everyone has to say. I want to get to the bottom of it.
Would you therefore believe that because of all these allegations coming
I
forward,
feel like
and more and
he
more
made that
corroborating
up.
evidence proving that there's no doubt sexual harassment is running rampant in the World Wrestling Federation, that you are definitely going to come public and do something about it?
Why wouldn't I? If in fact that is the case, why wouldn't I do something about it? Why?
They're
Why
fucking
are you an
serious.
ass?
I'm on their website. Proactive
shit.
risk mitigation and investigative expertise. Your shield against uncertainty. Serving
So-
corporations,
so-
governments, and NGOs
So
with
the-
investigative precision and risk solutions.
So the two things happened. Either they came back with a
cleaners.
report where they were like, "It's rampant," as you say, sir. And
Listen, we've got to fabricate a steroid scandal to cover this up.
And he goes, "Shit, I didn't know." And then he covers it up. He's like, I'm not gonna acknowledge that." Or they got worked by everybody. Like Pat is like jostling the
Absolutely.
guy's nuts and going, yeah, look, and I'm doing it to you right now. Hey, you want to be on the main event tonight? Come on. And they just were like, this crazy characters.
I just love how Vince plainly states the name of the company, and Murray's like, okay then. Like, he just
got you.
holds.
Yeah.
Why would I risk?
There's
what
a
we have?
possibility.
Because
Oh,
you
he's
haven't done
bobbing the
anything about
head.
it until it became public, because you thought it was under
I
the
had
water.
no
knowledge of it. I made knowledge of it to you when I was fired, and you just blew it off and let me go. I
You were
retained
fired
a lawyer.
because you were not very good. You were not a very good announcer. You could not. That's the only reason why you were fired.
Maury,
You could not
Maury.
make the transition from radio to television.
Lake was there.
That is the only reason why you were fired.
I would like to remind you, sir, that I have a 2-year contract. 2
You
years.
also have a clause in your contract that states, and as you know, you were hired on a trial basis.
I was not hired
You
on a
also
trial
have
basis.
you do not have a contract?
Mr. McMahon, I have a 2-year deal
in
with
that
your
contract,
firm.
you will note
Workers'
that
Club.
states very
Workers'
clearly,
Club.
and I have it outlined for all to see here today, that you can be fired almost at whim. If in
Cool.
fact you're not doing a good job. You did a horrible
Almost at
job.
whim.
That's the only reason why you were fired. That's it.
Maybe I should point out, first and foremost, that might be your inability to pick good talent.
It could
You
be.
had a national
Granted.
talent search, Vince
It could
McMahon.
be.
You advertised in Billboard magazine and across many different media sources, searching for one man that could be the new face and voice of the World Wrestling Federation. You flew me in back and forth 4 and 5 different times from Detroit, and you chose over the course of 1 year of negotiations that I would be the man for that job. I didn't sleep with your vice president. 2 weeks later, I'm fired. I also want to point out one very important fact. From your office came a letter to my landlord to verify my employment. From that letter, I must bring this point up. It says, Murray Hodson has a very secure job with Titan Sports and is a positive and productive employee. From your office. Just because I don't sleep with your vice president, that qualifies to blow me out of a 2-year deal? I don't buy it.
Oh, he just got a promo on him. Vince was like, where was that fire when I hired you?
Yeah.
Why aren't you selling my matches like that?
Goddamn. Let's talk.
Oh, they had the Malcolm X hat. Jesse's somewhere beaming.
Oh, well, yeah.
Is a positive and productive
What a promo.
He has to look at the crowd. Because Vince is drawn to hearing a crowd pop. Yeah.
Milk it, milk it.
These
Yeah.
allegations against Patterson, whom you won't name.
He goes like, he puts a hand up to him.
Why not pursue
Don't say anything.
the legal course, the legal recourse? Why not pursue?
We are doing that right now.
You are. And you are aware that you waited 6 months after you were let go to bring these homosexual charges against Pat Patterson.
Homosexual charges.
Why?
September
If in
14th.
fact you were fired on the spot, if you were fired for incompetence, all right, why didn't you say right then? Why didn't you say, hey, look, Vince,
This is
your
the
vice
comeback.
president made a pass at me. You never told me that.
Hear my
No one
dog
had any
trying to
knowledge of
find a
human resources
place
had
for
no
the-
knowledge of that. Rene Dubose was waiting to
I
hear
don't
your
care where you
story.
put the toy.
Why did you wait 6 months? You asked me for $160,000 today. Otherwise, you were coming on this program. I'm happy
Excuse
you're
me?
on this program.
Damn.
Mr. McMahon, do not try to deflect the truth here. First,
What are you
Oh.
asking for?
He didn't deny it.
I have never asked for any amount.
These are carnies. See, this is.
I just Vince immediately just turns that around.
Why
Like,
did you-
know, getting off on this?
McDevitt's like,
come
don't
on.
mention the money. Don't mention that he tried to shake us down. Don't mention it.
Why did you ask me for an autograph, brother? Thanks, Hulkamania.
Mm-hmm.
Hulkamaniac. See you later.
Amount of money from you. You have tried to buy me off to shut up so I wouldn't come forward and tell of these allegations that's running through the World Wrestling Federation.
Your attorney should be consulted.
My attorney on September of 1991 came forward to you with a letter addressed to you, telling you exactly what happened and that I was discharged wrongfully. I had a 2-year contract and that you two were well aware of the fact that there was a homosexual advance made against me. Don't tell me I waited 6 months. 3 weeks later, I was on your rear end.
3 months later?
On your rear end.
No.
The only reason we waited a little longer was because you continued to try to negotiate to buy me out, and I wouldn't allow it.
The fact of the matter is, if you look into this man's past, the fact of the matter, if you look into
I don't
your
think we should bring up the past.
I guess not.
The
Okay,
issue at
sure.
hand
All
here,
right.
Mr. McMahon,
Okay.
is one thing and one thing only. You addressed on Larry
That's
King
not the
Live
only issue.
Friday.
It'd be really sad if this guy has a history of this, but this is the one time it happened. Like he found the company where it really did happen, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm getting assaulted for
So
real."
you told the company that I didn't work for the World Wrestling Federation.
Say you were a freelance and you were hired.
Well, of course not.
But you weren't.
Second of all, you said you fired me. You didn't fire me. John Filippelli not only gave me the letter, but he also fired me. John felt so bad that I was being released that he allowed me to stay at his house if I wanted to and be with his family until I could find further.
He probably wanted to
place
bang him
live.
too.
And that's, my friend, thanks to all of the good
Yeah,
deeds
this is like, well,
and
that's
good people
because
throughout the World
guess
Wrestling
what?
Federation. We're talking
He
about
was
three
also
people.
going
You're missing the cat calls here.
Okay,
Will.
sorry.
Stay
Sorry.
at his house if
Listen
I
to
wanted
Vince's claim.
and be with his family until I could find further place to live.
And that's, my friend, speaks to all of the good deeds and good people throughout the World Wrestling Federation. We're talking about 3 people here. We're talking about 3 people, and only 3 people that have these
Asshole from All in the Family
allegations
like
against.
that.
We're not talking about the 300. We're not talking about all of
Or
the
Edith,
things
sorry,
about nature.
Edith.
He didn't read the room
Let me
there.
make the point that this very important conflict transpires at a time that
You have to one
the
guy is still up.
all-time
I just
star
keep
of
looking at
wrestling,
him.
Hulk Hogan felt obliged to go on the Arsenio Hall show to say, "I do not use."
Okay, here we go.
steroids," Only to be followed by a number of.
I don't believe you said that, Phil. If I can.
Well, he said I used it 3 times.
He did admit to steroid usage.
He said 3 times. And we have now several people stepping forward to say, listen, I sent Federal Express packages. They were picked up here and there. This is not to suggest that we know the absolute.
Phil does the thing where you recite facts and he does it like he's tired. Like, okay, so this is where we're at. It's just truth. Here we
Why is
go.
that important? Because he's on just about every kind of child's toy you can buy. We're talking Hasbro here. Some of the biggest giants in the manufacturing of toys are, and the images. This is, he's not yet Mickey Mouse, but $1 billion worth of business. How much at risk is this, and how much will the steroid controversy find its way onto the front pages or the sports pages of our newspapers? An establishment that, as we have said, has largely ignored any kind of probe of the wrestling game. We'll talk with journalists who have probed it in just a moment.
The journalist Dave Meltzer.
They made Donahue. They cut him out there. He's asking questions. He's laughing.
Hey, man,
He's
he
a safe-
invented Oprah's
he's-
shtick.
Yeah, he's a safe person in your house. King.
He just got
I
that
thought
Midwest
was
niceness to him.
Yeah.
Dave, you're an editor of the Wrestling Observer, which is what? The New York Times of Wrestling?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but
all right, well, you might as well.
I would say that, but if there was a thing where I could post about it every day, and then I would definitely put that clip every day. Horatio Sanz here. Never mind. Well, if he's leaving, I gotta hold on. I think this might be our best episode ever.
Oh my god.
What do you
I'm gonna call it soon.
You? Oh wait, we heard.
Can't
I heard-
hear me?
There, yeah,
Oh my
we do.
God, yes.
That's all it took was it was the old plug it in, plug it out.
No, you know what's weird is my cans died. They're very
Yeah.
old. But they died while you were doing the pardon the interruption bit. So I thought you were doing a very advanced thing where you muted yourself. Because on the show they would get muted. And I'm like, wow, this is a funny fucking bit. And then it kept going. I'm like, this isn't a bit. Like, something's wrong.
Wilson's not that smart. Well,
we got through it. I'm sure we should save all of
my
that.
glasses
No,
back.
it's best.
We'll get back to business.
No, I'll just go. I'll be real, like, on the. Yeah, as close as you can. Gus.
What?
I want Gus to hold his monitor closer.
No.
What are you doing?
Are we still doing
You
full
all right?
Donahue? Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
fine. No, I'm just giving Gus a hard time.
I forgot I wasn't on the screen anymore.
Larry.
This is gonna be fucking hell to finish. What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
We were no man's land when you were gone.
Sorry.
The worm has turned.
I think we know, but there is a kind of a tendency to chuckle at this. You know, the
Chuckle
big
at
boys
this?
are playing with each other is kind of ha-ha.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. The big
and it
boys
isn't. It
play down. That's not ha-ha.
Oh, it's in Nevada.
Yeah, it's not the big boys play ha-ha. It's the big boys play...
with each other.
Yeah, down here. In WCW.
No. Well, tell them why. Tell them why this is important.
There's so many different issues here, and the as far as like
Make
a
your
criminal thing, I
point.
think hopefully everybody in this panel wants just the truth to come out, and I don't know what the truth is. We all
When
hear
Dave
different versions of a story.
has been a problem since day one.
John, what would you add to that? Same.
Dave is always waiting for the police report. As a good journalist, I must wait for the police report. Like 200 wrestlers call him and they're like, then Pat Patterson tried to suck my cock. And he's like, well, there's no paper trail to that. So,
Well, just wait. There's a line from Vince that I think will pop you.
well,
It's sad I've got this whole
mainstream
thing
media pretty
memorized.
much has ignored the entire situation. They really just started jumping on it last year with allegations of steroid
Wrestling,
abuse in the
radio,
World Wrestling
How old do you
Federation.
think John is?
Really,
Probably 24. But
why?
like,
And what do you think? That's what opened the door to these charges?
I think what opened the door to all these charges basically.
I'm going to
was
go
the
in there. I'm going to
fact
tell
that,
Vince McMahon with shaded glasses to his face, you're a liar.
Zaharian, Vince McMahon started a steroid policy.
Dr. Zaharian, Harrisburg.
did you
PA,
see
3
that?
years
Like,
steroid distribution.
Right.
Yeah.
And after that trial, Mr.
I got
McMahon
on steroids.
started
Look
a
at me
steroid
now.
policy and
Look at me. Look at my
did not
frame.
invite the wrestling media. I alerted Phil Muchnick to that. And
This guy
after
looks like
that,
he'd be in a Safdie Brothers
that's when
movie
certain
now.
People started calling Mr. Muchnick about other allegations.
That's for the film, the letterbox users. Continue. I'm sorry. Continue.
Superstar Billy Graham.
wrong.
I'll tell you what, he's won his share.
God.
Look at my normal facial hair. The people clapping for this are so intense. I know who you are.
Oh, they still love you, Billy.
There's guys in the crowd. I'm not going to describe them, but there's guys in the crowd that are really into Billy Graham being there. That's all I'm saying.
So funny, Billy. Tell him you
Like how guys are into Ric Flair now.
Said you're being sexually
Mhm.
harassed.
Yes, I've seen ring boys being sexually harassed.
What's a ring boy?
A ring boy is a person who's usually employed to put up and take down a ring, travel from one town to
old is
another. Age group possibly from 13 to 19 to 20, fluctuates anywhere in between.
And you saw what?
I saw on one occasion, in I believe it was New Haven, Connecticut, Pat Patterson actually grabbed one of these children in the crotch while putting up the ring. I came to the arena a little bit early, walking by the ring to the locker room, and I saw Pat Patterson with his left arm on the kid's shoulder and his right hand in his crotch.
Maybe he was trying to suplex him.
You did not see the abuse of a 12-year-old boy in the car. You mentioned this on Larry King's program.
I wasn't on Larry King's program.
Weren't you? I'm sorry, Barry. I'm
Phil,
sorry.
your
weren't.
Phil, your
No,
credibility
in
is
a moment.
being questioned.
Did you see? You didn't see the abuse of a 12-year-old in a car by the ring announcer, did you?
I didn't see the actual abuse. I was there the night in Allentown, Pennsylvania, when Mel Phillips was caught in the front seat of a car with a child approximately 10 years old performing oral sexual on this child of 10 years old, brought into the arena by a security guard, confronted.
I gave him a T-shirt.
Hang
And
on.
they said we would handle it. Sexual.
This guy's world was
on this
collapsing.
child of 10 years old, brought into the arena by a security guard.
Wait.
What the fuck?
Oh, I was looking at the guy behind him. I was like, the one of the Winklevoss twins? The Winklevoss
Oral
twins.
sexual.
Yeah, no, yeah, the other guy's going, oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
Confronted to Mr. Mazan, Vince Sr. and Vince Jr., and they said we would handle it.
Vince Sr., your father?
Oh, eye roll.
Yes, and first of all,
Is that true?
No, I don't know if it's true or not. I can tell you that no one ever came
Is
to
that
my
true?
door.
What was the year
Is your
this
dad
was
Vince
supposed to have
Sr.?
taken place, Billy?
About 82 or 83, I can't remember, but the main part I want to be.
We should also make this point, Billy. These are pretty heavy bombs you're throwing
These
here.
are very heavy bombs.
But we don't have any proof, and I don't think you're claiming to have seen the illegal act.
Okay, I may not have seen this particular illegal act, but it has gone on for so many years. Just as the selling of drugs by Dr. George Zahorian has gone on for 15 years in the World Wrestling Federation, witnessed and condoned by Vince McMahon, you see, and condoned by him sitting this close to Dr. Zahorian.
Dave jumps in, but you never filed a police report. I'm sorry.
To be fair, Billy has switched sides several times.
Oh, yeah,
since then.
That's about who's
Offers to every wrestler who have wanted them. You see, I'm saying what I'm trying to say is the man could condone this, so he also condoned the homosexuality. He put up with the drug selling.
Sexuality.
Identify the cast of characters here. You mentioned Mal Phillips. He is another of the executives who has resigned.
I don't believe he was an actual executive. He was a ring announcer.
He was an occasional
Has he not
laborer.
resigned from the WWF?
I believe he has resigned or been fired. I don't know which.
Is he not one of the people who has...
He's one of those who has
stepped down
alleged, yes.
following the publicity about this. Yes. Nobody's been proven guilty. We should get that point. You're denying you recall anything like this, looking the other way.
Not only that, the thing of it is, why not speak up? If I saw something like that, I'd call the authorities.
Ben's looking in the mirror. I'm going to call the authorities on you, you piece of shit.
Please, you know what?
You motherfucker.
Why didn't you speak up? Why didn't you speak up when you allowed Dr. George Zahorian to sell barbiturates that almost killed Rick McGraw? They were in his bloodstream when he died, along with all the.
As if Vince gives a shit about Rick McGraw. They almost killed my friend, Rick McGraw.
I had 3 overdoses with myself. Dr. Zahorian's drugs.
Oh, there's Bruno. He still hasn't said anything. I said Mark Ruffalo. Oof, a lot of makeup.
Zahorian, and she said if she would have had a chance, she would have killed Vince McMahon.
Is Lou Ferrigno still alive?
Yeah, but
And he's doing
I was addicted because
it would have to be him.
A real crank when you were on him too, weren't you? Weren't you? Doesn't it affect your personality? I don't want to go.
This guy is screaming at the top of his lungs about male rape, and then he's like, "Yeah, you're real worked up about this," and all the women go,
Why didn't you call the authorities?
"If you were being raped so bad, why didn't you say help?"
You were enabling the rape. Why didn't you call the police?
Could you compete and survive and be a?
It doesn't help that Billy has the Fu Manchu thing that Hogan was doing in Howard Stern. Like, he looks like a loser, an insane person.
Horseshoe muscle.
And he's got a bunch of women staring at him, and he's like, "Yeah, give me." He comes off like that, kind of like, and then Phil has to do. He's like, "Oh, come on."
Well, Phil's gassing him up big time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He knows what he's doing.
And he's
without taking steroids.
No, not you. You would have to take steroids.
Shit on the gold mine.
You're bigger, you look better in the post. We'll be back in just a moment.
Oh, look at that.
That's a great film movie. Yeah. He's like, "We'll be back in a moment." And he fucking turns on his heels.
Send a postcard to Donahue Tickets, care of NBC, 30 Rockefeller Plaza, New York, 10112.
I'll be that guy. I wish I could be back where I could send that letter.
Larry King live program
Here we go, Vincent. Here we go, Vincent Price
Lucchese
himself.
family capo,
Yeah.
Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah.
Week,
It's insulting.
with Mr. McMahon's apparent
It's a
acknowledgement
stereotype.
here on this program, which was not forthcoming on that one, that maybe there is a problem.
Some of these poor folks out there are sitting there listening to these guys, and when he makes them, they even applaud. Poor people, you don't know this man. Let me explain something to you. I wrestled from 1959 to 81, and I retired.
Thank you.
When I came back in 84 as a color commentator, believe you me, the world of wrestling that I left and the one that I found, it was bizarre. I mean, it was filled with drugs of all kinds. We're talking about steroids, but there was cocaine. In fact, this man who
They had new ways to assault women. It was crazy.
One time I had to go to Arizona, to New Mexico, different place, because one of his druggies was out of it, and I took his place. Even I really
want to
didn't care
see
at that
Bruno
stage
in
of my
the
life because I
Breaking
retired.
Bad universe.
I specifically said to the man, hey, if I'm going to be going to these places in the arena, says I want to make sure that I don't drive with any of you wrestlers that are full of coke and whatever.
I gotta pause because I have a question to ask you guys because I don't know. I don't know. Bruno is presenting it as if he left the business entirely, and then came back, and he was like, "What is this? What has happened to the locker room? Oh no, Mamma Mia!"
Well,
did that? I feel like he would have been in the locker room leading up to all this. That he has an idea.
It is a little. He's not paying because come on, he worked Superstar Graham in '77. Who was doing more drugs than he was?
Yeah, he's presenting. He was like, "There I was in the black and the white, grappling when it was pure, and then I come and it's
3
like, oh
years
my
later,
god, yeah,
it's-
oh my god, I go there.
It's like when the old lady babysitter walks in and don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. And sees the boys' room. That's Bruno coming backstage in '84.
Oh, Luke and Butch, and they lick on my face and they say, "You bushwhacker."
Oh, what
Then-
is this insulting accent?
They do. No, it's Bruno. They Bush and Luke and lick on my face at the same time, and they lick on my butt and they do coke off my butt. I couldn't believe it. I put him way forward.
For me to travel with him because I wouldn't be in a car because I was always afraid of a car being stopped full of drugs. And he said to me, "Don't worry," he says, "I'll get the agent to rent the car so you can go around with him."
Well, let me just say this in behalf of
car full of
Mr.
drugs.
McMahon. First of all these charges are yet
Bruno
to be
has
proven.
caveman genes. They don't make people like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why his dad pushed him. Vince is looking like, bro, they don't make people like you now. They have to do steroids. Look at your cranium. It's a steroid cranium naturally.
And that's just from drinking 8 gallons of milk a day and
Yeah,
walking to.
It's weird.
Walking up and
You
down
have
the
a weird
Pittsburgh
head.
streets.
Poor guy.
Bruno. Well, yeah, that's another thing. Why are they just now coming up? Let's understand this. You get
That's
What
dated.
is it?
Why are victims
There's
just
never
now
been a forum
showing
for
up?
them before. You have to understand that the wrestling business has always been a totally closed entity. It's like almost like an elementary school. You don't snitch. You don't tell. If something happens in the business,
I
there
can't
was a friend of
believe
mine,
he's making
and
a
has nothing to do
school
with Vince
analogy.
McMahon. I don't want anyone to think it does. Who was murdered in a dressing room, and it was very difficult. This was in Puerto Rico, and it was very
Vince is like,
difficult
why
for
are
wrestlers,
you-
even in the
God
murder,
damn it.
to go to the police the next day and tell
This
the
is-
truth. It took one of the guys, a friend of the guy,
Love it.
says, "We've got to go tell
Dave
the truth."
is
And there was
Dave
so
is
much
the friend
pressure.
right now that's trying to help you, and Vince is
Yeah.
like, "Why the fuck are you talking about a murder right now?" He's like, "I fucking understand why you're saying this right now. It makes sense to him, but to everybody else, they're like, wait a minute, they cover up murders too?"
Right.
And he goes, "I want to make it clear, it's not Vince." And Vince is like, "Don't point at me when you're talking about murders."
Vince says like, "Don't talk about Snuka," and he's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I know, and he knows about. Oh my god, Dave knows, and he's like, "This is what we talk about." Dave. Dave is always just like, "Can we just make it okay for everything to be okay?" That's Dave's thing. Is it
Yeah.
okay? Okay, continue.
Right.
On telling that that you don't snitch.
I get it.
Don't
But
quit.
this has to be. This
Nope.
point has to be made. These are men in groups.
It sure
Not
Men
unlike
in
the New York
groups.
Mets.
That's right.
Some of whose members are now under a very big, embarrassing gun of a charge brought by a woman. Just let me finish here.
He put it at Barry Orton?
I guarantee you there's nobody in this audience that's gonna drop over of indignation to discover that pot smoking may have taken place. That throughout the 70s and 80s, especially when the money started rolling in, cocaine started to take place. No doubt about that. And I guarantee you this bright audience knows damn well that steroids were used. This
Vince
is
is
easy to get.
hard.
We know this.
Vince is like he's
Here's the
at
question.
12 and 6.
Here's the question. Did the WWF or did the environment or did people in power not only look the other way, but actually condone the loss of
Vince
jobs,
he's
the loss
got
of
dollar
employment
signs on his eyes.
because of bold,
Ricky Lake.
Blossom.
Ricky. Oh, he used to blast I said Ricky Lake.
unrestrained aggression of a sexual
Anthony Michael
nature
Hall.
by men in power on younger men who wanted to rise within the system.
It kind of trailed off there.
question,
Didn't
sir?
land the.
Last night on my radio program, I had two
He's
midget
Al
wrestlers
Snow should have coached him.
on.
He popped too early. He got the pop and then he kept going. Continue. I'm sorry.
You gotta hear a Reggie story.
Yeah, two midget wrestlers.
By men in power on younger men who wanted to rise within the system.
You know what I'm
That's
talking
the
about.
question.
Can I answer that question, Phil?
Sure.
Last night on my radio program, I had two midget wrestlers on.
Yes.
And
We don't see them anymore, do we?
no, we don't. We don't see him anymore.
Wait, hold on.
Last night on my
Wait, Phil's
show,
in the
midget
comments. Hey, we don't see that anymore, do we? When things were good. Now we got
doesn't love
this.
some midget wrestling.
Yeah, now we got this. The
Hey,
ring.
that Haiti kid used to pack him in.
Folks, wouldn't we like Haiti Kid instead of all the rapes? Am I wrong on that? Anyways, let me take your question, ma'am.
By the name of Karate Kid alleged that in a dressing room, Pat Patterson made some sexual advances towards him.
Pat's
the leader of the
insane.
midget group,
Pat's
Lord
wild.
What?
I said Pat's insane. Pat is going up to everybody walking through
Come
the.
on now. You know what they say.
What? What do
I
they
wanted
say?
to see if it was true. It's God's
Yeah.
practical joke.
Well, look, I don't think Karate Kid, right?
Was packing
Is that
a
his
hammer.
name? Well, no,
Yeah.
that he was the only one. Pat's like, I ask it to everybody.
Probably.
But I
you-
feel like a lot of your behavior could
What?
be just like the guy you're humping. Like
No. Was that on mic? Cut. Hey, Larry, cut that out, and then cut out the other thing.
Listen to this story, though.
In a dressing room, Pat Patterson made some sexual advances towards him.
Okay, wait, pause. I have a
the
defense.
leader of the midget
No,
group-
pause. I have a defense. It would be true, Gus, if then the guy was like, "Oh yeah, you want to fuck me? Well, then fuck my ass." And then I was like, "Okay," and then we started fucking.
I just think Pat's a ribber.
But you
He's
can't be a ribber, and
guy.
then when the guy goes, "Fine,
Well,
it's a joke," but then I'm
That's
serious.
what I was gonna say. I think that was Pat's MO, is to do basically what you want, and then when called on the carpet,
Yeah,
it's
I'm making motions behind a guy to pop another guy. That's different.
Yeah.
I'm not. Then that guy doesn't turn around, and go and lock eyes with me, and go, "Can I get a promotion if I actually do that?" And then I go, "Maybe." And then we do it, and then I'm like, "Oh shit, this turned sideways. I gotta fucking have a job out in MSG now."
by the name of Karate Kid alleged that in a dressing room, Pat Patterson made some sexual advances towards him. The leader of the midget group, Lord Littlebrook.
Leader.
went to
The
Pat-
leader.
It sounds bizarre, and it is bizarre, but it's sad. Yeah,
Hold
okay,
on.
Lord
He
Littlebrook
had, he had to
Pat
make the
Patterson's a
crowd be like, "Stop. I understand.
That's what I
this
wanted
is-
you to get to.
This is so stupid. I understand it's so stupid.
Leader of the midget group.
What if like Brett walked out and he was like, "These lores are true."
They're the heroes.
Yeah. They do have leaders. It's a whole caste system.
Little Tokyo's on the bottom.
Yeah. I'm an honorary knight. You don't understand. Like they said, the leader of the, which I don't want to accuse. I don't want to cause the industry of being
the
racist.
little guy,
He said he scared the little guy.
Yeah. Hold on.
He said, "Leave this kid alone. He's not gay." He scared the little guy, to tears. They were
bro
not
was
used
right.
one time
Bro
after
was
that
right.
sexual advance was
You're always crying.
denied. They were only used one more time, and the midgets have not been used since then.
Vince McMahon. Here is the owner of the World Wrestling Federation.
He goes on Donahue to be like, "That's right."
And he's already lost how many? 2 or 3 executives have resigned. Two
The
executives
music.
and one announcer.
One announcer.
Yes. Who worked right under him. What did Mr. McMahon know, and when did he know it? And is it unfair to have asked him to give these guys the heave-ho, given the complexity of these charges? Who's got the evidence? Who's going to
He's
believe
not
who?
time. They can
Did he
retape
fire
this.
and out? This is. If it weren't so painful, it'd be fascinating. We've got
No,
the
it is
boss
fascinating.
saying to the
What are you
secretary
saying,
who
Bill?
accuses him of a sexual abuse. I fired her because she couldn't type. Maybe she couldn't type. What is the truth? We'll
Vince
be
is
back
picking
to
up
explore it
hints.
further in just a moment.
New moves.
Yeah, it's like very typical.
This is the one time I
Didn't know
thought
you could do that.
Phil needs to just kind of like take a breath and like really sell. Like I would have been like, we can retake this.
Here, just some
Courtesy of
scenes
the World
from
Wrestling
what it is
Federation
that
shows
is,
like somebody sucking off pad.
mesmerizing
Oh no!
millions of Americans, a lot of them young people. These
What was
pros
that
in the
woman's
wrestling game will tell you a lot of the folks.
It was sensational Sherry.
Here, just
Did you say
some scenes from what
sensational
it is
Sherry?
that is mesmerizing millions of Americans, a lot of them young.
Pause. Got it. Perfect. Yeah, they're right.
I think.
Why
I
did
think
everybody-
Elizabeth might have been sat with Linda and the kid in this crowd. You know, you never get a shot of them during the show.
Why has everybody got the same head shape in the 1980s?
I don't know.
Thank you.
These
Look at that
these
camera.
pros in the wrestling game
That's
will tell you a
good.
lot of the folks screaming the loudest in the audience are young people, males and females. Dave,
Wait, sorry.
your editor
No,
of the
no.
Wrestling Observer,
Rewind
do you
and
see
pause.
These pros
Get
in
that
the
guy.
wrestling game will tell you a lot of the folks.
I want to
screaming
get
the
that guy.
loudest
What is he
young
doing?
people.
He's
Males
doing
and females.
What is he doing? He's
raising his hand.
This
asking
is what I
questions.
thought he was doing, right? I want to do it. And it's like,
David Ketchner is next to
he's
him.
raising his hand to be like, "Hey, I want to talk." But it was also doing that. I also, hey, if you, Bill, you got it. Yeah.
Well, you ever do that in class? Like you think it's time to ask a question, then you
yeah.
realize it's not, and then you got to play it off like you're cool and weren't about to ask a question.
You think he
and then
did
that's
the
what happened.
pulling on the joint and then slipped it in and like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't. I'll
I
keep
think
my
it's
hand
more.
up. It's out of habit because he's used to watching Phil on the TV and going, oh, that's fucking funny.
I think he's a very big wrestling fan.
The guy next to him is for sure. This prim and proper with the collared shirt.
Dave, you're editor of the Wrestling Observer. Do you see Mr. McMahon
How many subs did he get out of this
coming forward here
video
to
audience?
open the
Here we
door
go.
at least to the possibility here? Are you impressed with what he has said here in the first part of our program?
It surprises me, and I'm glad he said it because
you're glad he said what?
I'm glad he admitted that there was a possibility because none of us know for sure. Maybe Barry
None
does,
of us
okay?
know for sure.
And Murray.
I love
and Tom,
Dave or
okay?
Vince
I
is
don't know
not
for
like
sure.
that's
One
right.
person's word against another, and maybe if the executives told Vince that this didn't happen, maybe they were telling the truth, and maybe they're not. I can't tell you for sure. Although I will say this: I do believe Barry's story. He took a polygraph. And I've spent a lot of time discussing it with him, and I think that I'm pretty decent at talking to wrestlers and separating the fact from the fiction, and I believe Barry's story. Some of the
Well, let's pause it. Do we think Derry? I'm combining Barry and
Barry's
Dave.
story was only that.
Do
Terry
we
Garvin-
believe that Dave is decent at sussing out the truth?
Oh, when he said that, I know that was nonsense.
I mean, do we believe it?
I don't know. I guess he is. I mean, listen. Come on, listen.
How much stuff does he not publish?
That's
or
what I was
had?
going to say. How much bullshit
That's
do
true.
you think Dave
That's
hears?
true.
We know
That's
what
true.
these workers say from reading their books.
Yeah.
It's true.
Imagine 30 of them calling Dave and hearing all these bullshit stories.
That's probably why he likes Twitter so much. It's like he's like, this is like, it's like butter or honey in his ear. He's like, this is what I hear all the time. I like my job. I like my work. And so he's just having people trying to like, like he's like on an internal phone call. Right? Does that make sense? That he's just constantly. Has anybody seen Netflix, the Don't Look Up?
No.
There's a scene where Leonardo DiCaprio is like, honey, I just told this guy about science. And I always think about Dave. It's providing that hit.
You mean on Twitter?
Yeah, he's on Twitter, and he's like, I just explained what's going to happen to this guy. And, he's like, cool.
All right.
Say that what the big story really was not really the story where I sat between Pat Patterson and Terry Garvin, but shortly thereafter there was another instance, and I remember I'm 19 years old, and I drove from Amarillo to Albuquerque, New Mexico with a single passenger being Terry Garvin, who about 40 miles outside of town started proposing that he perform oral sex on me while I was driving, begging me to let him do so. And of course, because I was young, I didn't want to lose a position or a shot. And I don't have homophobia. I have no problem with, I'm a First Amendment person. I believe everyone has the right to do whatever they want to do.
Tying the First Amendment to it.
He's a libertarian guy.
You can say whatever you want. If you go into the town square and you're like, fuck me in the ass. I applaud you, my man.
I like how being a First Amendment person is like, yeah, I'll let a guy suck my dick. Like, I'm a 1A guy.
Look, freedom of expression, man. She's looking at Vince. I'm just following the Constitution.
You know what I'm into, and nothing personal, and I'm still your friend, but no thanks. And he did this.
Swell guy.
Every 40 or 50 miles, he would start again, and it got harder and harder to talk him out of it.
That's horrible, but that happened.
Well, let him finish his point. And your point, Barry,
my point is that
the finger point.
Dave Meltzer has said it got harder and harder to talk him out of it.
That's horrible, but that happened.
Well, let him finish his point. And your point, Barry,
my point is that Dave.
Beg your pardon.
He's such a gentleman there.
I'll still be your friend. I have taken a polygraph about all this stuff and came back totally clean. My point is that if he was attracted to young men and younger, because I even heard the stories of the kids underage back then.
His behavior towards you makes you wonder about how he may behave toward others. Is this the point?
Yeah, even now.
And you also want to know what? I mean, you don't want to get the posse and the rope and the tree limb for Vince on this, do you?
No, I don't. I don't want to get the posse in the rope for Vince. However, this has been going on in the dressing room in the WWF and I'm talking, under Title VII.
Okay, pause it. What a weird thing. What a weird thing to be like, hey, look, you guys are all screaming about like sexual assault on men in the workplace. Look, we don't want to get a posse going, okay? Like, settle down. Like, who else is screaming this? Who else is going, this place is so fucked up and it's a weird industry? Like, yes, it was happening, but this was happening in wrestling at that time. And they're going, okay, guys, come on. What are we doing here? I mean, do you really want to do this? It's a little weird.
I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Larry was drinking out of his hamster water bottle.
Is that what it looked like?
He's got his IV bag. And Gus,
welcome sexual advances, touching, or anything else is sexual harassment.
Right.
Now,
I like people who say it that way.
Harassment?
Harassment. Makes it
sound
sound
guys who are bookers and top executives, and believe me, I'm out of here before they are. I know I can't go and complain. I'm sorry. Now, you can say whatever you want to say, and you know that to be true.
They have the power. No matter what you say, you're going to be dismissed.
I'm gone because they are more important than I am.
Yeah, you wanted to say, Bruno, very briefly, with all kinds of folks in this audience who haven't even had a chance.
Okay.
They're
No.
coming after me here. I'm going to need you.
Speak your truth.
McMahon said, why didn't they go to the authorities? What you folks don't know is that you don't go to the authorities if you want it because you're dead. You're finished, kaput, black. His father blackballed all over the country. Not for this. for some other issue.
Well, let's not bring in that.
No, I won't.
I'm sure
I'm just
there's
talking about that there's no union,
Right.
there's no protection for the
There's
wrestler.
no
If you
union.
speak up, you're dead.
Vince McMahon, here's the charge. You had to see
Yeah.
this. Your agents, right under you on the organization chart, are accused. 2 of them have resigned, including an announcer. Where were you all these years? Was the money so good? Was the glamour so great? Was the business exploding so wonderfully that you didn't have time to get into this kind of thing, and you looked the other way and allowed it to happen? That seems to be the way this charge is evolving.
Can you pause it
against
right
you.
now?
I certainly didn't look the other way. There's no reason for
This would be great if somebody said this on a press conference with Paul. You could even do that. The glamour's so great. The rating. So, what have you read the lawsuit? Speak on it. And I'm watching Phil hold Vince's, and I keep saying it's not the time. It's over. He's gone. Goodbye. Don't worry about it. Why is Phil? Phil's it's in court. He's holding Vince's feet to the fire.
What are you bitching about now?
Come on, Gus, are you with me?
No, I'm not.
You're not with me.
look the other way and risk everything.
Everybody else is standing up and cheering. They're like, yeah, we
No, I did
know.
not. What Barry is making reference to is an act some 14 years ago. 14 years ago, that happened. How am I supposed? I don't know that happened. This is the first time hearing of it on the show the other day.
Yeah. Do you believe it?
You heard it all the time.
It could very well have happened. And to that extent, if in fact it did happen, again, those individuals whom these allegations are being brought against are no longer with me. I don't know what else more I can do other than to garner as much information as I possibly can to see that if in fact some of this was going on, does it happen again?
You know, we're always going to have wrestling. The question is, how threatened now is this?
I got so mad that he needed to talk
with
more
the
about his
accusations of steroid abuse and now a gay sexual harassment. Because if you don't convince, obviously this is, I'm not suggesting, I'm telling you something you already don't know.
Phil's the
If
master.
you don't fix this, you're not going to be able to give these tickets away.
No question about it.
And we'll
Phil's
be
the
back in a moment.
Oh, he did. Vince didn't like that. You motherfucker, you ended on a bad note.
People Magazine is out with a page, a piece.
We're not
on
going to get to
the
reviews.
Incredible Hulk
Reviews
Hogan.
are going to be next week.
Are you acknowledging here that Billy, that you actually introduced young wrestlers to steroids?
To Fu Manchu's?
Acknowledging that Hulk Hogan came to me in 1977 in Tampa, Florida, and inquired about
Maybe
steroids. Right. Because he
Hulk
wanted to
is
be a
right.
wrestler.
Maybe the N-word was flying. The Fu Manchus were flying. Everybody was just of a person.
What are you talking about?
Well, he says in the thing, like, I was just how it was going in South Florida at the time. And
well, that's when Hogan approached him.
And Graham is saying the same thing, like the Fu Manchu, because he said the Fu Manchu, like, maybe it was just all happening.
What? I don't want to send him to jail for that.
No, I'm not.
1977, that's how you did it. And we didn't know. All right.
Rewind and watch some of the crowd.
Say, holy cow, that was wrong.
But the point is, I freely gave the man that information in 1977. But the fact of the matter is, now he has gone on the Arsenio Hall show and lied to a national audience that he has never taken steroids except for 3 occasions, and those 3 occasions being for therapeutic use only for a torn bicep.
Yep. There's the intellectual.
Oh yeah, what a smart guy.
Injected the man myself.
Going to NYU.
A young Brian Alvarez.
A close friend of mine has injected him over 200 times, and Hulk Hogan himself has told me personally, superstar, I knew nothing about steroids when I began. But why? And for the first year, I took a shot every day of my life, every day for the first year until I learned how to cycle steroids. So my point is.
Billy, you're threatening a very big income here with this
you can't lie to children in this country about drugs. That's child abuse. When you get on television and you say you have never taken steroids and you've done it for the whole
Vince looks hot on the collar.
and when you've taken steroids for the decade of the 80s, and when you've taken cocaine and other drugs, and you lie about this to children, that is child molestation of their mind.
Molestation
of
the mind.
You wanted to say.
His child molestation of the mind.
What a carny.
Sir. Didn't Vince say in published reports that you were devastated when Hulk Hogan made those statements on Arsenio?
I wasn't devastated.
That was the word used to me. It was.
Well, all right. I'm using the word devastated. Hulk Hogan, I think, told the truth. The question is, as far as the media is concerned, is whether or not he told the whole truth.
I don't believe the truth.
And let me just say
only
this.
3 times is not the truth.
Okay, first of all, let me say this. That as you readily would recognize,
imagine being Vince and looking at Dave Meltzer and Horatio Sanz.
Undoubtedly professional wrestling.
Looking at Dave and what?
Just Horatio Sanz, and they're like, "You lied, Vince," and he's just like, "Why did I do this?" What?
It seems to me that we're losing sight of the fact that steroids were legal at the time. I mean, it was just as legal.
Not in some states they were, and they were not legal in Florida.
Don't do this to Dave.
The issue is, if you ask me, you lie.
God, Dave is just—he's so clearly autistic. It's adorable.
Mm-hmm. He couldn't control himself.
Yeah,
not in no states. I just want you to be—I don't agree with it. I just want you to be right.
Steroids were legal. Not in Florida. Not in Portland.
Guam's a territory.
Vince is doing the thing where he's touching his leg, like, settle down. It's okay.
Yeah. If you ask me, and nobody has, I don't want to string up a guy who took this football, wrestling, whatever, in the 70s or 80s before the sunshine started to come down on us about the terrible side effects of this drug. Your point about your accusation that he lied is a different hello.
Hi, to the 3 men on the end who lost their jobs.
Yeah.
How many people in the World Wrestling Federation today are performing sexual favors to keep their jobs?
Absolutely.
That lady,
what a direct question.
Way to meet the moment. That is amazing. I wish I was that clever.
What is she doing now?
Today, I would have to say I don't know because the 2 main culprits, I guess, have resigned and stepped down.
When you were working there, percentage-wise.
Well, percentage-wise, I can't really say 30%, 50%. I know of at least one person that was there from beginning till end.
If you're not right.
Hi, are you there?
Brooklyn
Caller
Brawler.
briefly. You had to
Yeah,
say.
just say
I have a question
50.
for Mr. McMahon concerning all those executives resigning. Don't you find it strange that all those accused have resigned? Why did you accept their resignations? And wasn't indeed Mel Phillips suspended?
Yes, you have
Rosie
one individual
Perez
suspended
called it.
who was
Wow.
not technically
Crazy.
an employee, although he worked with us almost every day. And you have 2 executives who have resigned, and we've accepted their resignation. Yeah.
You talk about child abuse, but if you saw or had knowledge of a child,
Ricky
a
Lake.
young person,
Should have blown the
being
whistle right away.
got it.
Yeah, I guess.
Because
Billy's nodding.
You gotta understand something. You have to understand the wrestling. By coming forward right now, I'm done, man. I'll never wrestle ever again under any circumstances. I am done.
Yeah.
But when
Was
you
she
have a
yelling?
family to support, and you're talking about your livelihood,
Why he didn't come
throwing
forward.
it out the window.
Oh.
If that man said he saw a child being abused, if that's true,
No, I said,
he is a
when you
scumbag.
lied,
If you had
I said when you lied
you
to
should have
children,
done something.
Lady, you're not listening.
that is child abuse. That was my point. I didn't.
Bruno, you wanted to say.
I wanted to tell that young lady, please, they were reported. We told you the parking lot incident. When it was reported to them, they said, well, what they do in their own time. They didn't care. Don't you understand that? They
Bruno
didn't
steps
care.
in to be like, lady, you don't understand.
This kid's a smart mark. You ready?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Brian Alvarez or Ricochet or Scott Keith.
First of all,
C or
I
Z.
think that it's a shame that 6 of the people on the panel, with the exception of Mr. Meltzer,
His
are sitting there accusing Mr.
bone
McMahon,
structure is so
who so far has
thin.
done nothing wrong. Mr.
Look
O,
at
I
that
know
wrist
you've been in
and the
jail.
hand.
Mr. Sammartino, your
That's
soap is
crazy,
fired under
man.
a very.
What are you talking about?
Look at his arm. It's so thin. It's so crazy thin.
I'm sorry, he's not a smart fan. You know what he is? He's the modern day equivalent of a mutant.
Yeah, Mr. Meltzer.
Mr. Meltzer, what are your sources?
First of all, I think that it's a shame that 6 of the people on the panel, with the exception of Mr. Meltzer, are sitting there accusing Mr. McMahon, who so far has done nothing wrong.
Pause,
Mr.
pause,
I know
pause,
you've been in jail. Mr. San Martino, your son was fired under very suspicious circumstances.
I'm sorry, pause. I'm picturing Vince McMahon handing this young man a $20 bill and be like, defend me with your life.
If you ever need a job.
Yeah. And this guy has been like in the IT department for decades.
Just backing up t-shirt orders.
Why can't we fire this guy? You ever see the Donahue?
That's how you end up with $8 million account.
Yeah, he's got the stocks.
I like this guy who's turned around.
Sitting there accusing Mr. McMahon, who so far has done nothing wrong. Mr. I know you've been in jail. Mr. San Martino, your son was fired under very suspicious circumstances.
Your
How can you
son.
sit here and accuse
Wow.
Mr. McMahon out of personal vendettas?
None of that has any.
You don't know what you're talking about, Sonny. When you grow
Sonny,
up, maybe
yeah.
you'll understand a little bit.
I'm just wondering why people go into wrestling in the first place. They know it's not a pure art form. Even just looking at wrestling, you can see
Wow.
that.
Kate Winslet had questions, and she.
How do I marry her?
yeah. Wait a minute. Why do you guys even care about any of this? For first time, long time. She's so confused.
Not a pure art form.
Yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What? Okay, are you guys for real? I'm high.
They know it's not a pure art form. Even just looking at wrestling, you can see that it's tacky and it looks.
People love this.
But you can tell it's pleasing just by looking at it.
Very serious issue here. I got a break. Are you there, caller? Yeah. I can't talk to you. Well, hang on. Maybe I'll get you in. We'll be back in a moment.
Feels so good at the agree, we'll see.
Today's program, send $3 check or money.
Pulling you in.
Donahue transcripts, 1535 Grand Street, Denver, Colorado, 80203.
Denver, Colorado. For the transcripts. What a world.
Equality to sexual harassment. Are women
An office building full of papers.
Donahue transcripts. I should go check it out.
There's one intern who's got to answer
It's
these.
like the gal in Ghostbusters. We got one. Someone wants the Donahue transcript.
Equality to sexual harassment. Are women suffering a backlash for the success of the feminist movement? Next Donahue.
Yeah, I just
Are
like to
women
ask one
suffering
question
sexual
to
harassment in the
wrestlers that have
workplace?
been in the
The
business
next
for a long
Donahue.
time. How many are there percentage homosexuals in wrestling?
Nobody knows that.
What's the percentage of homosexuals in the WWF?
Phil is just like,
I just want to know if I can watch it with a clean conscience.
Yeah.
God.
How many corn cobs you
How
got?
many homosexuals in your neighborhood? Report back to us on that.
Oh, he
what
got
do you
him.
want to say? Yes. It's a.
Phil ran away.
Isn't wrestling fixed anyway?
Is wrestling fixed anyways?
That's
Brian
a decision.
Are you
That's
rapes?
you know,
Are
the
you
state-
rapes fixed? Why isn't wrestling fixed anyway? So the raping is predetermined.
Loses, the good guy wins. This is about crime. This
This
is about
is
breaking
about
the law.
crime.
What is it? Tell them about it.
You said over here that if you blow the whistle on sexual harassment, that your career is over, you're blackballed. I just want to know, is your career worth the price of these 10 and 13-year-old boys getting harassed?
Yeah.
Why they asking Bruno?
Promotional fees paid by the following.
The oldest guy. Aren't you afraid of your career ending? He's like, absolutely not. They didn't
I'm
even
gonna go in the
ask
Hall
the
of Fame in
guy.
20 years.
Yeah, didn't they? They didn't even ask the guy who was like, "I'm calling you, Vince, and you're not picking up the phone."
They never went back to him.
Yeah, they sussed it out.
Vince slipped Phil like 100. Is like, get this man out of my sight.
Do you want to do
All right.
reviews, or are you?
No.
Or do you want to call it? Yeah, we can do it.
We're long into this.
We're long into
started
this.
early.
Set an extra alarm for tomorrow.
Colin, did you like it? Colin, did you like it? I like the light shining through my hair. It's good. Good look.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm great.
All right.
All right. Hogan next week.